G'day everyone, Matt over here.
Sorry, is that me? That's me.
The brick boards here. At least I know the sound's working.
Why is Wally flat on his back? What are you doing?
Went a bit Wally.
If you eat bacon, you would not tell it's a fake cheese. It's bacon.
I was in a house fire whilst my mum was at work.
Was it caused by you?
So...
That's a yes. Yeah, is that right, Sam?
I believe so. There's another little Easter egg in the Death Star. You mentioned the Luke and Vader one, but there's another one. If you throw it at a wall, you can recreate the scene where it explodes.
Oh, his eyes just fell as you said that. But yeah, it just means that he has to be in a very specific position, otherwise he'll just. Oh my god! It's the only time that I've considered glue for Lego.
1, 2, there's 2 now! It doesn't matter!
Everyone, and welcome along to the live stream here. This is episode number 21 of the Family Bricks channel, and just went through and updated the intro a little bit there. So all the good bits were actually done by Trevor, and all the dodgy bits were done by me. So that's the usual way these things work out, so you know who to blame and all that sort of thing. As always, share, like, and subscribe, and do all those funny things and around. That's always good and appreciated. And a shout out to the replay gang, Brian's Bricks, always sort of watching each week. So replay gang, always appreciate you guys. Go through, and as many people watching after the fact as what they do beforehand, and a few other people have reached out during the week and said things. So and if you want to the next one, if you are watching with that, what's happening? Am I dropping out? Or am I still there? Hopefully that's just a little hiccup. I think I'd start to work out what was going wrong with those sorts of things. I think I am dropping out here. I think in the meantime, let's get on. And yep, I see. Thanks for that, Bonnie. Yeah, I am glitching. Okay, I'll just quickly, in the meantime, give me a few seconds here, go through and just do a quick little thing for our sponsor, which helps with a few.
This video is brought to you by McCatsim Holiday Homes in Margate and Broadstairs. Great for a week's holiday or a weekend escape, being just over an hour east of London, UK. Treat yourself to amazing sunsets, a Lego wall, or great food. Visit www.macatsim.com and mention this YouTube video and we'll look after you.
Okay, I think the computer was trying to do something at the same time, which is why it may have been glitching there. So hopefully I've killed that now, and that should make things a little bit better. And yeah, so anyhow, welcome along to everyone who's here. Always appreciate that. And have a look and sort out their Omega Man. We're going well this evening, and I'm glitching again. And this is going to be a fun stream. Oh no. Yeah, welcome along to Omega Man. Good to see you. And Bonnie's Bricks is also out there saying hello to everyone as well. So we'll just look to get some people in here. Now that I think we've done everything we need to. Didn't get time this week to do a poll, so I'll have to think about that for next week. So I think coming in first, someone who's been helping out with some of the promotional things over on Instagram and obviously the beginning of the video and everything like that. Welcome along this evening to Trevor's videos. How are you going this evening, Trevor?
I'm very well. Good evening to you all. How are you, apart from glitchy?
Hello. Oh, no. I'm glitching, I think it is.
The modern internet is great when it works. It's not when it's not.
I'm not sure there's so much the internet. I think the computer which I'm running is a little bit underpowered. So just beforehand, I went through and sort of tried to close down all the other bits and pieces, and it seemed to make a little bit of a difference. But sort of see. How are you, anyhow?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you? And a big shout out to the replay gang watching this back later. Hello to you all.
As always, yeah, excellent. How's your week been?
Good, not so hectic as last week, I'd say. So we haven't had so many things after school. Some school clubs have finished now, towards the end of the term. So yeah, it's been a bit more manageable this week.
Excellent, good to hear. Yeah, our little ones are getting to that sort of weird end of the season where they're not really having their normal sort of setup, and it's this athletics carnival and that swimming gala and whatever else. So it's kind of makes a bit of a mess of your day because you can't really plan anything. Because it's like, hopefully that looks like it's glitching out again. This could be interesting. So.
Have you turned your Alexas off?
Yeah, I've unplugged them, so one better. It's kind of a good thing with that. So yeah, excellent. All right, moving along, and somebody else who's going to be, I think, joining the regular sort of streaming thing on. I think first stream will be this Sunday, and I'm sure we'll get lots more information on that. Welcome along to Bonnie's Bricks. How are you going?
I'm very good, Matt. I'll
Hi,
ask
Bonnie.
how you are, but other than the glitching issues, obviously, I'm sure you're doing well. Yes.
Yeah, going well. So it's almost like the day you get up this morning and it's pouring down rain, and then it's fine, and then it's not, and then whatever, and yeah. So
yeah, nothing works the way you want it to at the very moment that you do. But I'm sure, like as you said, I'm starting streaming on Sunday, and I'm sure there'll be a few hiccups, and it's all entertaining for everyone else. So I wouldn't worry about it. But yeah, it's strange. Who are you with for your internet? Maybe it's your what's it called? What's it called? The fiber stuff.
Provider. Yeah.
No, but like, what's it called? Your internet power. What's the word for it? What's it called? Someone must know what I'm trying to say.
Your ISP?
Bandwidth.
Bandwidth.
Aaron's like in the middle of playing a game, like with his headset on, and he even knew that what I was trying to say. Yes, bandwidth. Maybe your bandwidth needs wound up. I don't know how they do it, but yeah.
Yes.
But
it's I think on the list of everything else to, because whenever you talk to your internet providers and things like that, like you're on hold for half an hour and then you explain something to somebody, and then a technician jumps on, and all of a sudden, like 2 hours, your day just disappears. So not looking forward to having to go through all of that.
Yeah.
And telling you to switch your box on and off, on and off, on and off.
They go through all that with you. Yeah. I think once that has actually worked, because like obviously when you're a student, I don't know if it'll be the same across the UK. And you move flats like most years of uni for some bizarre reason, and you have to constantly change internet provider. So you go through it like on a yearly basis, changing providers. So yeah, I think at least once that did work, but yeah. Hopefully it doesn't keep happening though, because I feel bad. But I do have to say though, I've noticed something with these streams, with generally. But Trevor, do you know that you're very like newsreader like when you come on these streams? I've noticed this because like Matt will be introducing you, and you'll be Hello. Like, you know, when they still like are looking at their notes and then they just go, good evening.
You know what that is? That's because when I'm doing my videos, because I've got a couple I've been working on, and I've got my script here, and I'm like, hello. That's what that is.
Like, you're never just kind of like ready waiting. You're just like, oh, hello there. I feel like you're going to be one of these like kids programs where you're like, hello and thank you for joining me today. I've just noticed it. I thought you did it, and then I was waiting in the lobby there, and I was like, "Is he gonna do it?" And you did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Hello, boys and girls. Have we got a fun episode for you today?
Oh my god! Oh, now you're gonna take the Vic on Sunday and do something really bizarre.
It's like I'm not. It's like I'm not prepared. I'm on a street. Wow. Ooh, hello.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't show. You're very, very chill about it. Cool as a. I was about to say cool as a fish. Is that a saying, or did I just randomly make up my cool as an ice cube?
Now you try and tell me I'm stick like a fish in an emo joke.
Cool as a fish.
Well, you just double checking as well. No, not that bad. What are you talking about?
I know it's warm under these lights, but bloody hell.
Okay. Moving on. Oh dear.
I'm busy Sunday now.
Someone that we haven't had on the show for a couple of weeks because they've been busy at things like I don't know, like Brickworld, and I actually started I think streaming a little bit more regularly. And I'm just trying to think. It was actually on a Tuesday, but it wasn't so much Tech Tuesday. Welcome along, Tech. How you going? I missed the arms up cheering.
He's got a stream on time for once. It's progress. It's progress. But no, it's been it feels like ages since I've hung out with you guys. So how are you all doing?
Very well.
Going
good,
well,
thanks.
Good.
How was your just condense it down to a few sentences, but how was your Chicago Brickworld 2023?
Oh, it was chaotic. It was fantastic. It was exhausting. But it was great fun. I think that encompasses pretty much everything, all the things that you'd imagine. Yeah. Just great meeting people and all that sort of thing. But as I'm sure you guys know, big days of socializing and constantly turning and like knowing someone or just bumping into people that you or like getting to speak to people that you've just spent time with online and like actually getting to sit down and have chats and stuff. It's fantastic and I love it, but I feel like I need like a week in Spain after just to kind of sit and recoup from the like social battery that you end up draining. But like I said, wouldn't change any of it. It was awesome.
Yeah, and you've already made plans to go for next year, have you?
I am. Yeah, so like me, so I've had I was like, yes, definitely, hands down. I was like, me and Sam are doing a mock, and we're going to take it to a few shows in the UK. And then we were like, well, wouldn't it be really cool if we tried to take it over to America, which is going to be quite the feat if we do. And then, so I was like, yeah, okay, that's cool, we'll do that. And then so Taylor Swift announced her tour dates for next year. And they are like potentially clashing with Chicago. I think like her Liverpool dates clash with Chicago. She's also looking to like headline Glastonbury, I think is like a very strong rumor. So I kind of want to go to Glastonbury as well. So, but let's be honest, I probably will go back to Chicago next year as well on top of all of that. But yeah.
Because you've, in the last little bit, you've done a fair bit of traveling because I think obviously Chicago, and then I think you're in San Francisco for a bit, and I think there's like one or two other places you've been. So
we did. We did like
do you have
London.
Many holidays actually left?
Oh, dude, I don't think I've got anything planned now, which is worrying and depressing. But no, I think that's it now. Paige won't let me go away again, I don't think. I think that might be pushing my luck.
Well, you might need
I
to
was
stick
just
around
thinking
for
that as I said, it's
stuff
sort of like
happening.
your other little mock is in September.
Yeah, exactly. That's very quickly coming around the corner. So yeah, I won't be going too far for sure. I won't be allowed to go too far.
I know you've said this already. But when's baby due again?
27th of September.
Okay.
End of September, yeah.
So exciting. Autumn baby. Or fall to Americans.
We can just about enjoy most of summer, and then it'll be the last month where it starts to cool down, hopefully. We can properly prepare and get ready. So
sorry, I'm getting jabbed with measuring tape. That kind of works out though, because in the sense that your wee one will be a newborn kind of over the winter months, so you won't feel like that kind of pressure to try and get them outside as much as possible in the fresh air, because it'll be like freezing.
Yeah.
Like whereas like in the summer, if you had a baby and they were newborn in summer, then especially right now, like the summers that we've been having, they've been so hot, and you would just have that worry all the time. So yeah, that's an advantage at least.
Yeah.
And you'll have such a cute little baby over Christmas.
Oh, I know. I can't believe you said this all year, but like I can't. If you'd have told me at Christmas last year that the next Christmas there'll be another one in the family, I'd have been like, what? No way.
Yeah.
Maybe the one after, but not that soon. But yeah.
So you didn't know. Sorry, you didn't know at
no.
Christmas. You didn't know at
No.
Christmas time. Yeah. So
No,
you didn't know that would be your last Christmas sort of thing.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Not
See,
really.
we found out on Christmas
Well,
Eve, so
you
we
kind of
literally
go
had like
9 months
the day
back.
to digest it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it was like just after Christmas. We were like, okay, yeah, like it could happen, but we just didn't expect it to happen so quickly. So we thought we might have like one. I thought we were certain to have one more, but oh well. Makes Christmas 10 times more exciting, I think.
Yeah.
Just think of all the Duplo you can go and buy now.
Oh, dude, I've been eyeing up so much Duplo. Paige is already on board to get to collect all the animals and stuff, so that's good.
They look so good. Some of them have like sound effects and stuff. They actually look
know.
really good.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Disney Castle, obviously. The cars sets, like, yeah.
Nova's already put that on her wish list for her birthday.
Nice.
And yeah, hopefully she'll be getting it. I really want to get the little smaller Disney one that they brought out as well, like the Donald Duck and like all the little duck ones, because it actually comes with like a little Volkswagen caravan, like camper van.
Yeah, I saw that at the Lego store on Saturday, and I was like, that has just slipped my radar. But you get like Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and I'm like, oh, that's so adorable.
Yeah. There's Duplo all over the floor now. I actually have to upload a short of Nova. What I'm going to call it sorting her Lego, because it is literally a video of her. Like one of her favorite things to do is just take things out of a box. I would show you, but my camera might never go back to normal. But there. Like you can see here. So this is like her favorite game. She's like a cat. You can buy her like all these toys, but a cardboard box is just enough. So this is all of her like Duplo basically in here, but she loves to like put it in there. So she'll take it out here and then just put it in there.
Aww.
And that is a game. So I've got a video of what looks like her just sorting her Lego. It's just the
Brilliant.
funniest thing. And she's only 10 months old. So there you go.
Starting them early.
I know.
Let's make it a game. Who can sort it the fastest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I
It's
will
so
let
cute though.
you
She's
win.
trying to work out how to put them together. She's like, because I'm very deliberately like, she's at that I don't know, maybe it's from 10 months ish age, where if you like obviously do something in front of them, they'll try and copy you.
Okay.
So I'm taking like 2 bits of Duplo and going like on, or I'm like echoing Miss Rachel, because she watches Miss Rachel, and going put it on, put it on, put it on, and then she's like taking them and going. And then she gets annoyed and goes, so the day that she manages to click 2 bits of Lego together will be a euphoric day. There's not a milestone card for that, but I'll make one.
yeah, absolutely.
So we'll just maybe just go. Everyone seems to be beavering away at something.
Mm-hmm.
That sounded bad. Anyhow, have a look and see what people are building or sorting on the stream or whatever. Yeah, moving right along. It's good that I can choose to quit my stuff or not quit my own stuff. So we'll start off with newscaster Trevor. Throwing over to you. What are you looking at building this evening?
First of all, the weather. It's going to be very hot tomorrow, so you need to get your t-shirts out and everything, and your summer dresses. So, and slap on the sun cream because you need to protect yourself from all them UV rays. Remember. Right. I'm going to be building this.
Oh, amazing.
I'm going to be building this. Woo! I'm going to be building this. This is what I'm building. The parrot.
Which one? Which one though?
The parrot. I'm going to go for the parrot. Yeah, I'm going to go for the parrot. The parrot. I quite like though. Means you brought the fish up and my deodorant. I quite like that little fish.
I didn't say you smell like fish.
Seriously, like, are you glitching or are you just doing it to wind me up?
Just doing it to wind you up. So yeah, the parrot. The parrot. You're going to chuck me out now.
You're going for the repeat version of a glitch. I thought you'd go more like reverb, like.
I tell you what, though, in all seriousness, I do like these other builds, and because I got this whilst it's on offer, I am tempted to go and get another two, so I can build the other two rather than take the parrot apart because I think they look nice together.
That's the dangerous part of Creator 3-in-1 is.
Yeah, 3-in-1. As if anybody's going to take the first one apart.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did that when I started buying Lego. And that was like the first stuff I bought. But then I was like, well, this is a bit annoying now. But I would just like do them in the order, like knowing that the last one was the one I wanted to display.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it true they're bringing out a pink version of Parrot, or did I just imagine that?
No, you didn't imagine it. They are. Yeah.
Because I think it would look really good if you had like the blue one, the pink one, and then you got the rabbit 3-in-1 with like the kind of white macaw thing.
Mm-hmm.
That would look pretty good actually, because they're all the same scale. So you could just have like loads of birds.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, excellent then. So, I mean, if Trevor glitches like that, if he's doing it 3 times, maybe he can glitch through all 3 builds. Now going across to Bonnie's bricks. What are we looking at doing this evening?
So we are doing Dobby the house elf. He's come out so many times during streams and I've never actually ended up building him. So it's getting built now because he'll go with the other characters. Oh, I just realized Grogu's covered up by Batman. How did that happen? It's because we're running out of space, that's why. So there's like Groot, Wally, Grogu. It's really hard to do this. Behind Batman. So that's Aaron treated himself to these while I was on holiday. So he's got like the Batman figure and then he's put on the Batcycle.
Nice.
Which works scale-wise, just in case people want to know. But yeah, so Dobby will be probably going up there. It was that way that when I looked at it and I was like, you know what would have been so good if like, well, not in this way, but like if we didn't have Nova, we could have like put Dobby like in the hallway or something. Like I feel like he would have been a good one just to be like on the floor, like kind of.
Yeah.
You know, if you know. But, yeah, that's not gonna happen now. But he looks so cute. He looks so funny. But yeah, the picture on the front of the box looks much different to the one on the back. Like the front one looks really cute, and then the back one just looks really weird. Like his nose. Like. I think. Yeah. Do you not think that looks really strange?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think he's a cute one. We don't tend to buy a lot of Harry Potter. But when that one came out, Trevor, I know you're scared of it, but I thought it looked quite good because I quite like buildable figures. Actually, I'm starting to learn. And yeah, the only other Harry Potter sets we have are like some of the brickheads. And when I realized they're bringing out like so many more brickheads, I was like, crap, we can't keep buying the Harry Potter brickheads because that's just going to be too many. So, yeah, might have to put a pin in that now. But that's what I'm building just now.
It does look good because I know Tom wanted that one. He's bought that one.
And then, Simon is saying, Trevor, you need a pirate to hold the parrot now. Because originally I did the, I got that parrot as well to go with the exclusive minifigure from the Lego house, but they're at the wrong scale. Like the bird is just way too big.
Or the pirate's too small.
Yeah, just take the max and up-res it a bit or something. So, and minifig who, sure, bring out a variant of the parrot. Meanwhile, the minifig parrot is just a weird marble thing these days. Who else remembers the original red with the printing? They were the best.
That was cool.
And then Bonnie's Bricks, you should totally hire Dobby in the sock drawer.
I might. I'll video record the reaction. Be very confused.
It could look, yeah. In bad light, it might almost look like a dodgy little gremlin or something.
I'm glad you said gremlin. I wondered where that was going.
Now, moving right along. Heck, what are we working on this evening?
I streamed on Tuesday, and I was like, I laid some plates out for a mock that I'm working on, ready to build, and then I ended up tearing most of it up. So I'm like kind of still adding pieces to the mock, but I'm also trying to tidy up because it's just like it's just a little horrific on this table right now. So yeah, I'm trying to tidy up so I can get in a better headspace so I can actually work on the mock again. So yeah, fingers crossed I get most of it tidied in the next hour or so, and then I can start fresh.
That almost on your stream seemed to be your technique. It's sort of like, okay, I've laid some plates down, done that for 5 minutes. Now I need to rip them all up.
It was, yeah.
Put some more down, rip them all up, put some more down.
That's pretty much how it went, to be honest. I thought I was doing it one way, and then I was like, no, do you know what? I'm going to do it another way, which actually seemed a lot better. But it definitely made the stream that I'd done like a couple of weeks prior, where I was laying those plates out, completely pointless. But it's okay. We're heading in the right direction now.
Well, that's the thing when I first jumped on your stream when it was on Tuesday or whatever. It's sort of like building Scarif number 3, and you still like the base plate. It's like, okay.
Yeah, you know me, Matt. I like to drag out that content, that sweet content.
Yeah. It's like you must plan on doing a lot of streams now.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I've really got to start ramping up my my progress on this, because I don't need. So I'm doing 8 gray base plates and then 4 gray base plates. I don't need the 4 base plates done until September. Because we're taking it to 2 shows. One is Oxford Brick Festival at the end of this month. Actually, it's about 3.5 weeks. And then the other one is Blockbuster at the NEC in Birmingham. And that's where we're like doing the full proper layout. So that's when I need the other base plates done for. So yeah, I definitely need to pick up some progress. But I launched my my membership tiers and stuff this week, and I'm going to do like live streams on there as well, just like sporadic kind of stuff, just so I can try to get some more progress done. There might be a little bit calmer as well, less chat to keep up with, so I could maybe actually lay some more bricks, but we'll see.
I suppose the more bricks you lay down, the more you get to pull up.
That's true. That is true.
I mean, it'd be fun. I'd love to see, you sort of, if you had a sort of just a rough guide on, what you think you're going to get done in the next little bit. And then when we touch base, a few months after you've had your little one, what you actually did manage to get done.
Yeah, because that's what I feel like. So I've committed to this thing with Sam, and I'm like, we're so excited about doing it, and like I really want to see it through, and I want it to be done properly as well, especially if we're going to take it to like quite a few different shows, and if we do end up taking it to America, like I don't want to like half-ass it, but equally I've also got a child on the way, so like it's gonna be finding the balance. I think it would be definitely have to. I've the last couple of weeks, whilst it may not have looked it in my stream with me taking up all the plates, I have started to be a bit more productive, at least like behind the scenes and like getting organized with stuff. So I feel like maybe I've hit a turning point. I don't know. We'll see if it's a habit yet or if it's a phase.
Cool. Yeah, it's always nothing like a deadline to sort of focus the mind on getting stuff done.
Yeah, I always work better under pressure and like if there's a deadline as well. So hopefully that plays in my favor.
Yeah. I think you were kind of hinting at it there. Last Saturday was AFOL day. So do you happen to have any things that you managed to pick up?
I did. I got a couple of Pab cups, standard, and then actually I was really hoping for more pieces for the Scarif mock, but I don't think I got any pieces for the Scarif mock. But I still walked away with 2 Pab cups, so that's fun. And then I got a few Monkey Kid sets, which were 1 second, I can tell you. In fact, I can show you. I got the Team Hideout.
I love that one. Nice. That was so cool.
There was the Houses of the World 2 promo, which was like a £220 spend. And then I got the airship. I actually think this is really cool. It's like a bit of a throwback to like the Adventurers airship. It doesn't look quite as good as the Adventurers one, but I really like this one. I want to build this one like quite soon. And then the other one was Maze Guardian Dragon. This is one of the newer ones, I believe. And then I picked up some Disney CMF. I got to the counter and I was like, it came to like £208, I think, with the Pab Cup. With the Pab Cup, those 3 sets on the Pab Cups with the discount. I was like, oh crap. Okay, so like they had like 7 or 8 Disney CMFs left of different characters. So I was just like, I have one of each of those. And they were like, yeah, okay, great. Then you get the House of the World gift price. But then with a discount, it still came to like 200. I ended up paying under £200. So I don't really know how that worked because they said it was like 208, and then I added minifigures, and then it was like 196 or something. So I'm not really sure on the maths on that. Maybe I've done quite well out of that. I might have to check my receipt on that one. So because I can't remember the prices now. I think the Monkey Kid ones is like some weird prices. I think like one of them's like 43, one of them's like 37. I don't know if the Team Hideout was 110 or 95 or so. I don't know. Let me see if I can find my receipt.
Yeah, because sometimes it may come down to how they sort of, they ring it all up and say, well, your total is 220 or whatever, and then you go, well, AFOL. So you go 220. Okay, you qualify for your thing. I'll give you the AFOL thing, which then they give you the discount. It's really weird because we happen to just be chatting online with some other people and about experiences with Pab Cups and how they do or don't deal with them during AFOL day, because I've generally found, and I've had it in a couple of stores, where sometimes they won't count them at all towards your totals and thresholds, and other times it's sort of like, well, we'll count it, but you're not getting a discount on it, or Like it's really inconsistent. So
Yeah. I think Carrie messaged customer service because I think we were at a store one. I don't think it was Southampton because they're like pretty good down there. But I feel like we were at a store somewhere. I think they've told me this in London definitely, that pab cups don't go towards like gift for purchases, but Carrie got an email from customer service to say that no, that's not the case. So she's got, I think it's Carrie that's got that in writing. So that's something something to bear in mind. It's like oh yeah, go on.
I think it's the thing where it's at the discretion of the store manager, basically.
Yeah.
Because they do try to keep some of this stuff kind of flexible. But the Blue Water one, which I normally go to, the manager there, their discretion is usually no, and it's been like that for quite a while. And I used to always think it was just Blue Water, but then I went into Leicester Square one time, and it was the same sort of thing. Like just so,
yeah,
I think Ian's coming.
That's a good thing to know, though, because I feel like then it's a good idea for like everyone just to send that email to customer service and then have it in writing. So if they ever go to a store, they'll get caught out because sometimes, like, I don't know about everyone else, but sometimes like I will stand in the Lego store and be like spending like maybe half an hour at least trying to work out what exactly I'm then going to buy, because we do think a lot about the GWPs. It impacts like a lot of things. Like when I did that vlog about like getting the up house, I was like, well, if I don't get the up house, then I'm not going to spend any money, like all that kind of thing. So it's just kind of like, because you have the option of buying online, but obviously the pab cups, like I'm like you, I always like to pick up a pab cup. So if I've never even thought about that before. I'm pretty sure the Edinburgh and Glasgow store have always counted them.
It's just a weird, like it's the only like pab cups and BAM are the only draw to go into a Lego store now, like as opposed to shopping online. Because I mean, occasionally you'll get like double VIP only in store, and occasionally you'll get gift for purchases that are exclusive to in-store only. But if they didn't have the pab cup, if they didn't have the pab wall and BAM, like I would literally only be on there on AFOL day.
I mean, they call it a gift with purchase. So to me, whatever you purchase in that store should go towards that. It's a purchase. It's not, you're not going to walk out free with a pad cup.
Yeah, exactly.
So it should count. To me, it should count.
Yeah, I think
it's so silly when it's like discretion of the manager. I think like it's one of those things that it's nice when you get like a kind of cheeky little bonus because like the manager's extra nice or something. But to be honest, overall, I think I'd feel much more like happier if it was just like standard rule across the board.
Like, you want some like, especially with that sort of thing, because imagine like you go to one store and it's absolutely fine, and you go and spend like 45 minutes to an hour stacking a couple of pab cups, and then you pick up a couple of sets, and then you've got like 40-50 quid's worth of pab cups, and you're like going, you want your gift for purchase, and then you're like, well, that was a waste of time. I would have bought a set instead if I didn't know, like, and then what a complete waste of time. They're not going to go sort those parts back out. They're going to tip them into like, it just seems a bit strange.
Yeah, that's true.
But, that's really good to know, because I'm about to go down to London. I actually went in and I got.
What were you saying? I think you're lagging a little bit, Matt. Maybe that's why.
Delayed again.
Yeah, sorry, I was just quickly going to say it's just a good thing to know, because I'm about to go down to London and I am like visit all the Lego stores there, and it's just again not something I would have even thought of. So I'll be prepared with your tip, Dick.
Get that email before you head down there, just in case they.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think they have. I get it on like the like this weekend, the Disney promo, right? Like, okay, fair enough. Like, don't put pab cups towards that. But when it's just like anything in store, as far as you're concerned, it's anything in store, right? Like,
yeah. Does it definitely not say anything on the Lego store website then, like under T's and C's about it, or?
Don't know. Not sure.
Because you would assume it would say so, because you can obviously do pab on the website.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, if you're ready to have that debate with them in the store, then but that's totally true. So
and I mean, I'm sure if you turn around to them and say, Well, I will reflect this in the customer feedback survey that you always push for us to do. Then they'll soon go, well, you know what? Maybe you can have it. Like,
Yeah. Is it really going to ruin their day that much if like? 'Cause
yeah,
it's not like there's a line of people coming in about to do the same thing. I don't know. Maybe they get more. I don't know. Credit from their regional managers or something,
I know what you mean.
based
Like,
on like selling sets over like pab stuff. I don't know.
They probably have a better. Like they probably are incentivized to sell, like shift more sets than they are like pab cards. But then like, I guess like Southampton is like a really good store, to be fair. But like they were like taking pictures of us all stacking our pab cups on AFOL day. Like they were saying we've got like 90 boxes coming in at the like next weekend. They should be all sorted. We're gonna keep the old like menu style, so we'll just have like a picture of all the we'll have a board of all the pieces that we can't fit out on the wall. And they like double. So you know how if you pull out the pab drawers, they have like two sections, or like there's like an acrylic divider on a lot of them. Most of like well over half of their units have like two different parts in those containers, so they're like encouraging you to like open the drawers and get like the pieces at the back. Like they are really good in there, to be fair. Like they are very good. Southampton Lego store is well worth a visit.
I was gonna say, I feel like I need to go all the way down there just for the store. I didn't know that they like, I've pulled out the drawers before, but I didn't realize they had like an acrylic piece that separated them. I like gloat about knowing about the secret drawer. Secret, like the one that's like not got anything on the front, and it's literally just like leftover bits.
Yeah, it's like the hanging pegs, right, for like the base plates and stuff.
Yeah.
You open that one, yeah.
So sometimes when I've opened that in front of people, not that I wait for like some random to be like nearby, and then I go, oh, no.
Yeah, look what I know. Yeah.
Although I did show that to a fellow AFOL that has been at this way longer than me. He does YouTube as well. And he goes to Edinburgh store, that's his local store, and he claims to know everything about the store and all this kind of thing. And I was like, oh, do you know about the secret pad drawer? And he was like, what? And I showed him, he was like, what? So,
nice.
But yeah, I did not know that though. I'm gonna have to check that next time I go in. I think what it is because like some pieces might be 8x8 plates, but other pieces are like 1x1 studs. And so I think when it's like a 1x1 stud and they've got like it's like half empty, rather than it looking half empty, they can kind of like scoot them all to the front and then put the divider in, and then it makes it look like a little bit more full. It's also easier to like get your hand in or like scoop them all up and stuff. But yeah, like Southampton are like double filled with like different pieces. Very, very, like I said, very good experience. So is that your local store tech?
I'm quite fortunate that like I'm probably about an hour and 10 from Southampton. I'm probably like an hour and 15 from Milton Keynes, and then I can be in London in about an hour. So like I've got the choice, and same with Bristol actually. It's probably about an hour and 10, an hour and 15 to Bristol as well. So I'm quite fortunate.
Got the passport stamp for everywhere.
Yeah. So I'm constantly like looking like who's got the best Powerball, and it's like 9 times out of 10 is Southampton. London's definitely the easiest, and it's like convenient if you want to like do some store hopping and stuff. Because I can just jump on the train, and like I said, I can be in the center of London in like less than an hour, which is really handy. But yeah, Southampton is usually better, and we've got like a bit of a crew now that go down on AFOL day, and we'll go and have lunch and stuff. So it's nice to hang and stuff.
Cool. Yeah, because I figured out the way with the pab cups the hard way, because I went in and bought I think about 12 cups, and the big ones. And a couple other things, and took it to the checkout. They're like, "Oh no, the cups don't count." And I'm just like, "There's, over £100 worth of stuff here." Like, So I mean, I needed the parts anyhow for a mock. It wasn't horrendously bad, but you still like, really, like, okay, here's the survey. Yes, I'll be filling that one out.
Yeah. like I said, I think Maxine is probably right. I think they've probably have some. They're like upselling is probably more to do with sets than it is to do with pad. But I think the guys at Southampton have kind of like, not to keep blowing their trumpet, but I think they've realized that is the draw for a lot of AFOLs to come into store, and like otherwise people will just buy online. So to have the thing, like to have it unique. I think they're also in like they get one of I think them and Liverpool last time I spoke to them had like some of the highest customer service scores in the
because I think it does pay off for them to draw more people into the stores, because like obviously they can't display every of the latest sets, especially because some of the stores are much different like in size, but like I went into the Edinburgh store for the first time in quite a while recently. I didn't even come out with anything. It was AFOL day, and I had to resist because of like this Saturday. I was like, I can't spend any money.
Yeah, that's
but it was actually the first time I'd seen, or not the first time, but like the first time I'd properly looked at it. The Little Mermaid set, like the big clamshell one, and I had a really, really good look at it, and I was like, actually, this is one where the pictures online and stuff do not do it justice. Like it looks so much better in the flesh.
I agree.
And now I'm like drawn to buy it. Yeah, and I'm like, I probably would have bought it anyway because I'm a like completionist and I have to like buy every Disney set, but it's made me feel less like, I don't know, for lack of a better word, resentful about buying it, because I actually think it looks really good now.
Yeah,
so,
I saw it for the. I think that was the first time I saw it in the store. Maybe I'd seen it up in London. I can't remember now, but no, I was taking a proper good look at it, and I was like, oh, this is really. So I think I'm not going to buy the Disney Castle day one because like I'm just not going to build it. Like I'm not going to build it anytime soon. I've got no room for it. I will build it eventually, but I'm not going to build it anytime soon. So it's kind of pointless for me to go and get it. But I will, because I do want the promo and to like ease on the bank balance a bit. I think I'm probably going to try get the Villains set and then the Little Mermaid set.
Is the promo out on Saturday then? What?
It starts on the first.
It's not on certain
first
sets, though, is it?
Yeah.
No, it's just £100 spend, I think, and it's the first to the 9th, I believe.
95, I think. Yeah, first to the 9th.
So, but what was it not on this stream, or was it another stream? I can't remember now. They were talking about the Diddy Castle. I'm calling it the Diddy Disney Castle. And I need to look this up again. It's like a really small version of the Disney
the
Castle.
in-store build, yeah.
So and now I'm like, I need to double check the details about that, because
that's available. Yeah, from the first. Yeah, that little tiny micro castle. Yeah, you build it in store.
Yeah,
but,
the Disney Castle. I like that. Yeah, that's in store from like 10 until 12 on Saturday, and then 12 till 2 on Sunday.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to end up like having to, because I don't think the Edinburgh store get like a lot of stock in, so they like most places they ran out of, like for example the Up House really quickly when that came out, but I also don't think they generally get a lot of sets in, and I wouldn't want to chance it, so I'll probably go for 9 o'clock opening, hold on to the castle and wait for an hour until I can get my Diddy Castle.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like walk around, like I'm waiting for the Diddy Castle. But also put a GWP aside for me as well in case they run out in an hour. But but I'm the same actually. I'm gonna pick up on I'm gonna try and get it on day one, but I know I'm not gonna probably build it straight away because I'm back at work for the first time since I went off on mat leave on Monday. And I'm gonna have a lot on. I'm gonna have like a new routine and stuff to try and get my head around. So I don't know. I just feel like I need to have it in case it
I get that.
goes out of stock. Completely. But and saying that, I think we know where we're going to put it. I think it's going to go where the current Disney Castle is.
Okay.
I think it'll just fit and no more, because actually we've wanted to put it on the shelf above our bed.
Yeah.
Because it actually goes really well with the color scheme in our bedroom, but it's too tall. It's actually too tall because it's taller than the original one.
Yeah.
So instead, we're going to put the old Disney Castle above our bed in the bedroom, which could look bizarre, and then have the new one up here, I think. Or someone's Batman stuff is going in storage, which was his idea, not mine. But yeah, it might be here. That would be quite good though for live streams. People could see the castle.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
That way. Yeah. So who knows?
Are you going to be building some extra fireworks?
Probably. I don't know. It means getting the parts, and I don't know if I have the I don't know if I could be bothered doing that. I kind of want to work on mocks more. I went to the Pabble and got loads of pieces for. It was the day I went to pick up the villain set, and they actually had loads of pieces, like perfect colored pieces and stuff in for doing like villain sort of mocks.
Cool.
So that's what I want to work on, because I also know that that's the kind of content I personally like watching of other people's as well. I love like seeing mock stuff, and that's what I kind of miss doing. And I've not done it in a while, and I feel like I'm losing touch with the skill a little bit.
Yeah.
So I want to like prioritize that more than anything. So I'll probably just do the castle, and then way down the line.
I didn't know whether you wanted to pick 2 up, so you got 4 fireworks.
Or do what I did with the up house and like clash them together.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be epic, wouldn't it? I have 2 of the original Disney castles which I could do that with, but I can't be doing that because that's just, I need to like sell the other one at some point. But I did say I was thinking of mirroring the original Disney castle with the new one, because structurally they are basically the same.
Yeah.
So I just need to inverse the tower of the new one onto the other side, and then that could work. And then have them on like a turntable thing.
Yeah, that
like,
would look really cool.
That will look so friggin' cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, get light tailing to send me another light kit for the new castle.
Yeah.
Which I hated installing for the first one. It's quite stressful, but it would look good. And then that would maybe help with the lack of fireworks, maybe.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, the firework piece, like the snowflake piece, was, and I think still is, on the pab wall at Leicester Square. So if you happen to see them there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I've got a few. Is it the blue kind
It's
of like
also at,
snowflakes that look very
Blue
frozen
Water,
like?
they had that
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I think I've got some of them actually. I think I just picked them up manically thinking I'll do a frozen mock.
Yeah.
And I've just never done it.
Yeah.
So I think I've got a few of them somewhere.
That was me when I was like I was starting to get into mocks, and then I was like going to the pab wall, and it was just like, oh my god, I can use these carrots for something. And you're like, like a pab cup full of carrots. Like, what the hell am I ever going to use these for?
That would be a really funny, like short, like topic of discussion. Like, what piece do you have in excess that you thought I'm going to use this, and then you've never have? Like,
that's really good. Yeah,
that'd be so funny. Yeah, I'm sure I've got some weird pieces like that.
We were at me and Paige were at the pab wall, and we'd stacked like a ton of bricks. All really, really well. And then they had the scoops out, and I was like, oh, they've got those like creepy eye tiles. I was like, just put like a few in. Scoop, shovel it all in. So I've got tons of these eye pieces that I just never know what I'm gonna do with.
Just make loads of like mock brick heads or something. I don't know. That's the only thing you can. That's the only thing I think of when I see them. Like, what else?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd love to see some like cool part usage for those actually, because like you can end up with spare ones from like brick head sets and stuff. And I'm like you. I'm like, what am I gonna do with these? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
When I went to London and went to the Leicester Square one, they got these glitter bricks. It's just like purpley glitter ones, and I thought I just picked up a load of them. I just really like the look of them, but I'll probably never use them.
Yeah.
I've done the same, Trevor. I've got loads of glitter bricks. I'm like, I don't know. To be fair, I think they might look good in a like Disney mock or a villain's mock. Like add a little bit of texture.
There'll be something that you're going to do, and you'll think, I've got some of them. That'll do that.
Yeah. I can't turn on like rec tech. How do you turn on your mock mind? Like, how do you get into the mock mindset? Like, how do you know where to start?
You're asking the wrong person. Usually, I mean, like, if you've got like a specific build in mind, I think like if you can take like a small part, like obviously like break it down like into smaller sections as you can, and then like if you can think of like an interesting like part usage or like a way of doing just like a small section of it, and you like work on that and like refine that to like how you want it to look, I think that can like really set you up well for the rest of whatever the mock may be. I think that's possibly my best bit of advice. It's just like chunky, like create it into as smaller chunks as you can, find the bit that you're like most motivated for, and then roll with that, and then go from there really. ride the wave, I guess.
Yeah, I'll end up doing a Nova with the Duplo and be like,
Yeah, it's just smashing bricks together.
why is it not working? Yet. Oh my god, I'll have to do like a comparative video of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I don't know. I'll get there.
Mhm.
He has a face. Look, these look like tiny ears. Oh my goodness. Very cute.
Nightmare.
It's not. It's not. He's so cute. I need some Disney buildable figures in my life, though.
So, Trevor or Matt, are you going to be purchasing anything this weekend to get the Disney gift for purchase? Or will you be going in store to get their little mini build or anything? Is there anything on your radar?
Trevor, you can answer.
I'm going to be waiting for the Hocus Pocus.
Nice.
I'd really like to get that, and I don't think we can buy that VIPs. I think is that. Can we buy that on the 1st, or we've got to wait till the 4th? 4th of July. I can't remember.
I can't remember now. Is that not a first? Is that not a 1st of July release?
If it is a first, then I'm going to be buying that one online. I think, and then I can get that Disney gift with purchase.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got a project where I want to buy that, but I want to stop motion build it, and then I think I'll have it ready for October then.
Nice.
I've got an idea for a spooky video in October with it, but I need it now to work on it because I haven't even finished my friend's stop motion yet. I keep giving myself these big tasks.
Yeah, you can get it. You can get early VIP access on it on the 1st.
Right, midnight for me then.
So you're all making me really anxious because I understand that everyone wants the set because it looks friggin' amazing. Like I remember growing up watching it. I remember being scared of the film. So now I'm like, oh, should I maybe just get it as well, just in case? Like it does a Up House and a Wally and Eve brickhead and just go out of stock for like.
I think you'll have more chance of that selling out than you will the Disney Castle, if I'm honest.
Oh yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I placed my bets on that as well.
But I think it's also the price point because the Up House and things like that, like they're at a reasonable price, and if you get 2 of those to as what you did, double them up and things. Like that's easy to do. Whereas when you've got something which, I mean, the Hocus Pocus is going to be what, 220?
Is it?
No. 1 second.
Is it as
Still
much
got it
as
up there.
that? Oh, maybe not then. I thought it was less than that.
Okay, maybe
I thought it was
it
like
is less.
100.
It's not a cheap set, I don't think.
It's £200. Yeah.
200. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, maybe I'll just wait then.
Yeah. Every other purchases.
I know that's the thing. Like it'd be good to like actually wait and get a really good GWP with a high threshold. Maybe they'll do Lego Houses of the World #3 by then.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Because I saw a picture for Houses of the World 3. I think is that because in July they've got crazy number of different things they're doing in terms of GWPs. Double VIP points and all sorts of things. They're bringing back the Blacktron one. They're actually recycling a lot of ones that we've already had, but most of it falls between I think the 11th and the 15th. Which, getting back to Tech's question a bit earlier, Amazon Prime Day is 11 to 12th, so it's kind of like usually that's got some stupid deals in it, and you're just like 50% off for that. Yeah, okay. 50% off for that. 2 sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to check what the July offers are actually for Lego. I've not even kept track of it, so I have no idea what they are for July.
Brooklyn,
of course, then
good video update on like the month of July. It's worth checking that out. He goes through. It's like the Disney one 1st to the 9th, and then the 11th to the 14th or something. Is that the double VIP? You also get Blacktron. You also get Houses of the World 2. And there was another one as well, wasn't there?
Oh, who is it that does these again? Who's good for these? I've seen it on some. That's it, yeah. Oh, no, I'm like, do I get the castle? Because double VIP would be so good.
There was another one that's coming back as well. Oh, the flower pot is coming back. I think that's a little bit later in the month, maybe.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah, I did too, but I did pick it up. Paige really wanted it, but I did pick it up in Chicago. Actually, I got it for a pretty good price, to be fair. So I won't feel obligated to go out and buy something for that, which is good. But yeah, I felt the Disney Castle, I think will be on shelves for like 5 years, if not more.
Yeah.
Easy. There's part of me that want for like an investment thing is like I want to get all of the Disney 100 sets, and the like second or third run of the castle isn't gonna have the Disney 100 logo on it.
Yeah.
So I think I may end up, because I'm not going to build it anytime soon anyway, I'll get it, and then later on down the line when I actually come to build it, if it falls on like I've got a bit of spare money, or I can or a good gift for purchases out or something, then I'll get another one and then open that one. But yeah, I think, like I said, there's not too much. The villain set is like really, I think is probably a bit more, is it like a little bit higher for me to get on the like this weekend than the Little Mermaid, but Paige has approved the Little Mermaid. She was like, I really like that one, so maybe. So that's also a good excuse.
Oh, I am so conflicted now. Got a lot to think about.
Yeah, but that was it, because I want to get like, if I do get like all of the Disney 100 sets as an investment, because there's some that I don't want to keep and open, but there's some that I really do, and the gift for purchase is technically a Disney 100 set, so I'd need one to open and one to keep sealed with those. So and that's probably a promo that's not going to come back. So I was also trying to see if there was any other like small sets. Like I could be tempted to pick up a couple of those like mini Disney castles and the like mini Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, I don't have the Haunted Mansion yet, actually.
Yeah, I think I've got one of them.
I've got room for the mini Disney Castle. Yeah,
there you go.
Could make room for that.
And like 95 actually on Disney sets, you can do quite quickly. Like 95 is not that high promo. I'm really glad they didn't just like stick it to the castle.
Yeah,
I am.
That would have.
I thought they would.
Yeah,
Maxine will be the only one there with us getting the gift purchase.
Oh, I think at that point I would have been. Yeah, I think I would have really struggled to miss out on that one. But then it probably would have ended up being a situation a bit like the Luke's lightsaber promo, where they tie it to one set and then they produce so many of them that you could probably go into store and pick it up. If it was just for the castle, you could probably go into the store for quite a while and pick it up way after the 10-day window, whatever they allow for it.
But you see, personally for me, now I'm getting... Sorry, Matt, go on.
I was just... Because it popped up somewhere else online. It's like, when was the last time that they actually did a GWP that was exclusive to a set? Is it? Because it doesn't feel like they've done it for a while.
Off the top of my head, 8080 had the Luke's lightsaber promo. But I feel like...
I figured something out when you're using it.
I think.
Yeah, no, actually. I feel like it would have been the 8080. Maybe they've learned their lesson, because that sat around for that gift for purchase sat around for ages. To the point where some stores were like, if you spend like X amount on, if you were buying like a big UCS Star Wars set, they were like, we really want to get rid of these now. Can you just take one? So, yeah, that's a good question. I don't even know what's the... Can you, on Brickset, can you just search by like gift with purchase? Will it come up?
I think you possibly can, yeah. Because I think the thing which really put it in focus was when they did the Rivendell GWP, and it was the like brickheads, and it's all like, yeah, these aren't special. This is cheap. This is like, it's almost offensive. Like,
was it the didn't Harry Potter have a gift for purchase? I know it was only brickheads, but weren't they like slightly different?
No idea.
For the what was there a gift for purchase for the Hogwarts Express?
I'm just trying to remember.
This is where we need Carrie. She would know.
Yeah. It comes in a bit later. I have a funny feeling if it wasn't exclusive to the Express though.
Maybe not. You have the was the Ulysses space probe was that a VIP reward or was that tied to a set?
Which one was that for? Which space set? I'm just trying to think.
It was the Ulysses space probe. It was in one of those yellow boxes, and I know it went on VI. Oh yeah, there we go. Lego VIP members had an opportunity to acquire this set on the 14th of April, but many were unable to. Yeah, it went like so quickly. It goes like £200 now, I think. But yeah, it's exclusive Lego VIP program reward.
Because I think getting back to what you were saying before in terms of, the pad is sometimes the only reason you go into the Lego store. The only other time is if there is a particular gift with purchase that you do want to get, ordering it at midnight online, half the times there's problems and they don't come and all that sort of thing. So sometimes I think usually New Year's usually walked into the store anyhow just to pick up something for that day.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess a little bit lucky too, being Leicester Square generally always seems to have them for a long time.
They do. They get so many gift purchases.
And then Ian's raised an interesting one. Bank Vault for Gringotts is next GWP.
Yeah, I just thought that was saying about the Harry Potter one. Was
Clara's waiting for.
Bionicle wasn't tied to anything specific, was it? Neither was Blacktron.
Yeah, but that Bionicle one's also, that was going to be the other one for the 11th to the 15th, which was coming back. So you got like the Blacktron, the Bionicle, the double VIP.
Yeah.
I think there's like another one of those summer polybag thingies or something.
Yeah.
And then it's just.
Yeah, I think the last actual that wasn't Rivendell and the Brickheads was like a specifically designed gift for purchase was the 8080.
Yeah.
I mean, this Disney one looks lovely. Have you seen it's got a light brick in it and everything?
Yeah, it looks
really nice set.
Yeah. It'll run alright, so it'll be quite optimized. But it'll probably optimize very quickly. Speak of the devil. What?
I think.
Was that you, Matt?
Is that?
Okay, Sugar?
No one said anything.
No, I couldn't. Shots. Oh, nice. Double.
Unless you're hearing Aaron on his game.
Yeah, I think it might be Aaron.
Yeah, no, I think I'm hearing Aaron in the background.
It's because he's shouting. They can hear you. They thought I was talking like really deep. He's playing Fortnite, which, to be fair, that's partially my excuse for not getting as much content on this week because I've been looped into that and I'm actually quite enjoying it. It's quite good. And I honestly, no word of a lie as well. I think I'm slightly like in tune with the universe or something because I'd heard about Fortnite, but I'd never played it. And honest to God, the moment I downloaded it onto my PC, I got a notification on my phone being like, Lego now announced the bus, Fortnite bus. And I was like, what? This is so weird. And then at that moment, the bus was coming up on my screen. I was like, what? So weird. And now I'm like, I've only just started playing this game, but I want the bus now. I'm like, that's so weird. So weird. But yeah, I'm not good at it or anything, but yeah, Aaron seems to think that'd be a good Twitch stream to do, and I'm like, yeah, that would just show everyone how bad I am at playing the game. But he bought me a skin, and this is it. Look, it's ridiculous. I run around looking like a pink bear.
Nice.
It's just ridiculous. Like, oh, it's funny.
Oh.
Be quick. Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, go on, but Maxine.
I was just gonna say it'll be quickly replaced when they bring out a Disney one.
Yeah. There was actually a more recent one than the Star Wars one. Couldn't anyone guess what it was? It was for a creator icon set.
Oh, I want to say a modular, but
the Eiffel Tower? Was that?
It was the Eiffel Tower, yeah.
What?
Yeah, Eiffel's apartment.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cute little build.
Just trying to think. The modulars. They've like was the pizza van or the removal van. Was that specifically for the jazz club, or was it?
No, it was
no,
the same.
No. Because I remember when I was in London,
wasn't it?
I got that when I hit the threshold. I didn't just buy the jazz club. No.
It was rumored that it was going to be same like with the taxi the year before, that it was going to be associated. Oh, and I tell you, the Barcelona football stadium and the Manchester United football. I don't think they did one for Real Madrid though. But the Man United and the Barcelona football stadiums definitely got exclusive gift purchases.
Football.
Yeah. I wanted the gift purchase way more than I wanted the stadium, because like the especially the Man United one is actually like it's like the statue outside the ground, and I think it's quite unique. But yeah.
If anything, I'm looking at them being like, how can I mock this into like the gladiator?
Yeah.
Like, you know, which one is it that kind of looks a lot like the right color for that, like the tan pieces? Or am I thinking of a totally different set that's not football stadium?
Oh, you're thinking of the chariot for the right?
No, it's like a big round, like it's like a stadium of something, but maybe it's not a football stadium.
The Colosseum.
Oh yeah, well that would make sense. That looks like it should be the gladiator. Oh, never mind. Yeah, so the football sets are useless.
Honestly, it's fair.
And Bossman, thank you very much. I think he's saying the shout out to Tech. So
hi, Bossman. How you doing?
This is because of that. I was actually thinking about this earlier, and I do actually have a little tiny super chatty thing there, so we'll have to play that.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Oh, Jesus!
Nice.
Thanks again for that. No, it's I always appreciate those. Not something. Obviously, it is enabled there, but most like other things, I don't particularly promote them or whatever. So I'm not good with that. So yeah, hit the like button while I'm thinking about it, and do all the share, subscribe thingies.
Did you say you got that? Sorry, Kat.
I was gonna say I'll stop banging on about the promos. There was actually one this year. I'd be baffled if anyone gets it. It was an exclusive to something that you had to purchase through Lego or on Lego.com.
Was that like the coins or something?
No, not the coins.
Wait, it's already happened, you mean?
Already happened, yeah.
A GWP.
Yep. Yes, it was. It's absolutely a gift for purchase.
But it's not a set. It was like something else.
The gift for purchase was a poly bag.
Okay.
Does anyone know
that 2K game? Was it?
Yeah, very good, Trevor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I never forgot about
that. Cool. Right.
Yeah.
Done with that now. Sorry. What were you going to say, Trevor?
Yeah, I've lost what I was going to say now.
My bad.
It'll come back to me. Oh no! Did you set your super chats up and things, Maxine? Because I know you've got the subscription now level, haven't you? Because we were talking about this the other week.
Oh,
lowered it?
No, so I don't have that enabled yet because I've got like the right sub count now, but I need sorry, he's banging. Yeah, I need more watch hours. So hopefully the live
Right,
streams will help with
okay.
that, because then I'll be able to do, what is it, super chats, and
Mhm.
there's so much to get my head around.
Members
Like when you,
and-
especially when you're talking about, I'm not going to probably go on your Twitch with Barge Bowl for a while, because when you're
Mhm.
talking about all these like weird token things, I think I looked up your latest video when I was watching it on replay, and I saw in your like comments or description or something you had like your different ticket things, and I was like, this is like code. Like when I used to do data science stuff, I was like, what is this? I don't understand any of it. So I feel like such an old person, like trying to work it out. Like, what does this mean?
That's exactly what I thought when I went on his stream. I thought, you want to try placing a bet? I had to keep asking 3 times. And he says, right, I'm going to close the bet. I said, don't close it, don't close it.
I've not been to the bookies yet. What do you mean?
How long do you think it's going to last? How quick do you think he's going to build this? I'm thinking, hang on.
I know.
How
I feel
long
like
to place a bet?
I feel like Emma Saurus, because she's like just started doing Twitch, and she doesn't really like. She didn't understand it at the beginning either, and she would be getting Ross over to help her. That'll be me with him. I'll be like,
Yeah.
what? It's not working. But yeah, it's a whole other different thing. But then Twitch is designed for streaming, isn't it? So it's kind of like, I don't know, if you get in there early enough with it and just like grow with it, I suppose these little features are like second nature. But yeah, YouTube's it. I feel like YouTube is easier. So I'll just stick with it. Just
That's 100%, yeah. And honestly, like, yeah, go on,
The
man.
thing which I noticed the other day with text stream, and I don't know whether there's a setting or something, is you were getting blocks of ads like quite frequently.
Oh God, yeah.
Was it really frequently? Because I've known, like, I could. Carrie said that there was like somewhere that you can like tick a box for it, but I couldn't see it unless I've like just not like didn't realize you could scroll down when you go.
Because of you, I bought 4 boxes of Solero ice creams. I'm telling you, one after the other.
Oh, I need to get.
My kids saw it, so we need them ice creams. So why do we need that? They're on tech stream. Advertising.
I need a.
Oh, well, if tech's
yeah.
advertising, they thought you were advertising. We've got to get them in the trolley.
But like,
Ian and
Because
Carrie
that's
were
the one
talking
thing
about
which
ice cream
I
in their
haven't
stream as
liked
well.
about Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch is really quite bad now, though. Like, Twitch used to be like you would get a 30-second ad when you join someone's stream, and like that's like if you're not like a channel subscriber or like a channel member or whatever their equivalent is. But now they like pop up with like because I was watching Carrie's on Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever it was, and yeah, it was like every however frequently there was like 4 20-second ads. Like it was just really, and it was like it's like a huge chunk of like the conversation that you're missing. So they really are like trying to push people to.
It's like I was on my lunch. I tried to log in and just watch it, but then when you present it with that and you're rushing, you think, I'm going to come off it. It just puts you off. You think I'm not even going to get on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But you were getting a lot of ads the other night. I must admit, I'm thinking I'm listening to you, like you say, and you miss the conversation because it doesn't. You don't go back to listen. Yeah, I mean you can go backwards, but it's like another ad and then another ad. I'm thinking, was it just me? But other people said it as well.
Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll make sure I have a look at that then, because that's like I said, I watched that and that's frustrating to watch.
Yeah, because I have to watch some of the Twitch ones, and as you've said, Tech, they've gotten really bad. Like I usually particularly on. I don't know if you ever remember Kevin Hinkle doing one of his draw streams or whatever. And every time I get the blocks of ads on there, it's actually 6 30-second ads and then non-skippable. And it drives, it's like 3 minutes. And the
like
funny thing with that is that I actually support his Patreon, but because you can't link Patreon and Twitch together, it's sort of like, okay, so I'm actually supporting the content creator, but I'm getting smashed with these ads on Twitch. And I'm just a bit worried when I saw that on yours. It's like, oh, no, don't tell me YouTube's following this model too, because it's...
Yeah. I'm surprised they don't, like... I'm surprised they haven't followed Twitch in the sense of, like, if you become... like, I know if you buy YouTube Premium, you just, like, skip ads altogether, right? But like, I'm surprised that they don't have a skip ads for like as another incentive to join memberships. Like, I'm surprised they haven't done that. Regardless, though, I will take that off.
I mean, you used to be able to skip a lot more ads, but I've noticed on videos you haven't got the skip option. Maybe on the second ad you have, but there's certainly the first ad you've got to watch it.
Yeah. Does because I get a lot when I watch Greg. Do you guys not get do you not get like mid-roll ones with Greg?
You know what? I haven't really experienced any adverts midway through Greg's. No, to be honest.
No, not that I can think of. No.
I get quite a few when.
Yeah, no, I get a few. I mean, they weren't as bad as what yours were the other night, but it is certainly noticeable. And the thing which I also find too, because as you're sort of saying in terms of it's sometimes what I'll do is I'll go back and then I'll watch things on double speed, and then you'll eventually catch it up.
Yeah.
But I've found sometimes it's almost like there's hot points. If you try to jump around a point, it will then put the ad up and then let you go. And then if you go back to it, it then puts the ad back up, and you're just like, oh no.
They're probably tying that to some sort of like retention spike. That's probably where they're like placing an ad, or like if like you've got an increase of viewership, then they're possibly maybe like sticking ads in there. But yeah, that's frustrating, especially in streams and stuff. What's like what would your guys be? Because I've not actually done a video with. Like all my past videos have just got like randomly placed ads because I couldn't be asked to go through and like actually select how frequently they come in or whatever. But like, what do you guys think's like like a reasonable every X amount of minutes you have like a skippable ad in the middle of a video?
I don't know.
I'm just thinking of the things which I watch, and it seems to be like on other people's. Usually every 4 or 5 minutes, I think. Usually if there's a skippable ad. Admittedly, I usually watch most things on double speed. So that can be funny then when you come to streams and things. You're so used to hearing everybody talk twice as fast. It's like, you're painfully slow now. Just get to the point.
Yeah.
I think it'd be more based on like what you're talking about at the time, or like what is on your video. Because if you're in the middle of talking about something quite interesting, or like you're about to announce something or something like that, then actually placing one there is probably a good idea, because people are more likely to not be like, oh screw it, I can't be bothered, like still watching. Especially if there's a point in your video where you're, I don't know, talking about something maybe that people might find as slightly generic and mundane, and they might just get put off if there's an ad there. Like, they'd be more likely. That's probably how I would work. I would probably be like, if you've already got me hooked, then I'll keep watching even if there's an ad.
I find it infuriating watching people's videos where that you can just tell they've gone like randomly select ads. Like I will not skip an ad if I can tell that the content creators actually like picked a good spot, like you're saying, Maxine. Like if they've like have like someone asks someone a question and then they go to answer it and then they place an ad. Like I will not skip an ad because I'm like, you put the time and effort into like actually picking that spot for the ad. Like I appreciate that more than just like randomly.
Are they actually doing that, or is that something which I thought that was more YouTube had been like their AI or whatever is figuring that out?
So YouTube, you can, if you pick randomly selected ads, they will try and pick where you have like a scene change, like a drastic scene change. So if you're doing a vlog and you're like at home and then you're suddenly at the Lego store, they will try put the ad in between in between two, like whilst the jump is where the transition is. Maybe there is power, but I think a lot of them are quite selected, like are more selected.
So I've noticed a lot on top 10 lists. When you go to number one, yep, there's definitely an ad there. And the number one is ad.
And you're like, yes, of course you're going to, because at that point, if they've sat through the other 9, like they're gonna stay for the 10th one. You've got to put like that's the point. I guess because like, it's still 8 minutes, right? Where you go from like not being able to have a mid roll to then having a mid roll. So then like
I thought they got rid of that. Like that used to be like a couple of years ago. That was definitely because there was like, and I mean like 2020, because there's certain videos which I was making and it's sort of like, oh, it's 7 minutes 45. Okay, how can we pad out another 15 seconds or something? But I have a funny feeling that they just kind of got rid of that and then they just made it more the YouTube AI would then go through and, as what you say, whether it's a scene change or I think now they're definitely the subtitling, like the automatic subtitling has got so much better. They're probably going through and like analyzing part of the speech and the text and going, okay, well, this is, there's a question or there's an inflection or, as what you're saying, it's a point of interest of something. It's like, okay, right, we know they're going to stick around for this.
Yeah. To be fair, Tech, I will admit, I only just learned about that now from you about you can place ads where you want. I didn't know that you could do that. So I'm probably one of those bad content creators that's like, I've just let YouTube do it because I didn't know you could actually place them. So, but that's good to know.
I think it's since, and like Matt said, YouTube have gotten a lot better in like detecting where they do go now. But like when someone's doing their intro and you're like a minute into the video and they're still like doing the calls to actions, and then it's just like halfway through that. The other one that really irks me is if they've got like a sponsored video and they'll do like a minute or 2 minute ad read, and then right at the end of the ad read they'll run a YouTube ad. That really infuriates me. If I ever do that, you can all call me out.
Matt, does that? Matt,
yeah,
do you do that?
You can call me out, and any AdSense I make on that video, I will just like donate to charity because it winds me up so much.
You're gonna donate all of your 3 pence that you get from it.
I'll round it up to the nearest £5 or whatever. But it's, oh my God, it drives me up the wall. Like, I don't want to hear you talk about Raid Shadow Legends for 2 minutes. And then I don't want some like random Dettol ad, like of them scrubbing the toilet. I just don't care. I don't care for it.
It was interesting. I was watching somebody go through and sort of look at sort of like reviews and things on Skillshare, because that's obviously one which, it's in a lot of people's, and it's even creeping into some Lego content creators getting ads and things for that. And the actual Skillshare seems to be not so much a pyramid scheme, but it's more that the content on it's really quite bad, and they're obviously trying to get people to sign up for the subscription, and to actually cancel the subscription is really, really difficult.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's the sort of thing where obviously when you sign up for the freebie, they put your credit card on there, and it's sort of like, well, you've got 14 days, but after 7 days they'll actually charge it, because most people go, okay, I'll do the 10 days and then cancel it, whereas they're sort of like, no, like there's a lot of like really sneaky things like that. So I just find it interesting, because when you mentioned Raid Shadow Legends, it's like, the number of those ones I've seen and the number of Skillshare ones, and you're just like
or Squarespace, or like, which I like. I don't inherently have a problem with. Like, I don't like get your money. Like, it's absolutely fine, especially if I'm like really into the creator. Like, I don't care. I'm not gonna sign up for a game like that. It's not anything I'm into, but I appreciate to like do the content. It's like I said, especially like the smaller channels and like a lot of people in the Lego community, where their ad revenue isn't really sustainable, especially if they're like trying to do it full time, or getting to a place where they want to do it full time. Like, because I know people are like, oh, why are you doing like a Raid Shadow Legends sponsor? But like, if they're gonna pay you money to do the video and you don't care about the game anyway, like whatever. And it means that especially like mock specific ones, which I know is like so time consuming. It's very like slow burning, and it's hard to create, like it's hard to pump out mock content because the mocks just inherently take so much time. So yeah, I get, maybe that's because like I've got the creator mindset, or like I can see it but I guess if I was just a viewer, then maybe I'd find it a bit more frustrating. I don't know. But if you're gonna do a sponsored video, don't put don't then roll a YouTube ad straight after.
That's a good tip, though.
I will not watch. I will not watch to the end, no matter how much I'm enjoying your video.
Just out of principle.
It's just purely out of principle, because I am that stubborn. I am that stubborn.
I noticed that that vlog video that I did that went really well. That YouTube have put ads on that now.
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
So I've actually
Yeah.
got ads when you go to watch that now.
Yeah. Again, I didn't know that this is how it kind of worked. It was actually another friend of mine that like messaged me being like, "Oh yeah, that your videos always YouTube obviously thinks you're doing well because put ads on your video." And I was like, "Oh, did they not already do that, or is that not like what?" But like, because I didn't realize that they did that if you weren't monetized.
Yeah,
Because I
they
thought that
never
was like
used
they
to.
only did that when because I
Yeah.
feel like a little bit cheated. I'm like, excuse me, if you're putting ads on
Yeah.
my videos, like
Yeah.
even if it's a penny, like I feel like that doesn't make any sense. So yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was like only if you were monetized that they did that, but
Mhm.
maybe they're gearing you up for maybe what's hopefully to come one day. But yeah,
I think maybe had they had integrated that and then brought the threshold down, it might have been digested a bit. Ultimately, there's like nothing you can do, right? There's no other platform like YouTube for long form content where you can upload and like the earning potential is what it is. Like YouTube is the only platform they got the monopoly on it, so ultimately they can do what they want. But it would have been nice at that time, I think, to have like lowered the monetization thresholds if they were going to chuck ads on all videos anyway. But Maxine, you say about the so you've now got the sub because that went down from like 1,000 to 500, right?
Yeah. So I was on when it went
It's certain
down.
features.
Yeah. I think when it went down the morning that I woke up and I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I was on 750.
Okay.
So I was literally like halfway between 500 and 1,000 anyway. But like it's the watch hours that I struggle with a little bit.
What's the watch hours come? Has that come down? Has that used to be
no, that
4,000
came
last
down.
year?
I think it's 3,000 now because basically I wasn't even like halfway yet, and now I'm over halfway.
Nice.
Let me just
that,
check.
and then I think if your shorts are over a certain threshold, they'll count them. But I think the threshold is like 9 million views or something. Like
it used to be. I think it used to be like
So-
10 million, didn't it, from shorts?
It's
10 million.
now 500 subs and either 3,000 watch hours or 3 million short views.
Oh, okay.
And so it definitely used to be 4,000 watch hours because I remember
that's right,
thinking what the halfway mark was. But when did you reach 1K tech? I've got in my head that like that was recently, or am I? Totally wrong?
No, it was in the last.
Okay. Like, whoa. Don't want to offend.
No.
It's just
Yeah,
like-
it was a couple of months, probably like a month and a half ago, maybe.
Yeah. So is that what? Are you feeling a little bit? I think the brick bods feel a little bit. Are you guys still here in the chat? Are you both feeling a little bit cheated because it literally just went down and you would have got there a little bit quicker, or does it genuinely not really matter? Because I'll admit, like I like the idea of getting monetized, even if it isn't really anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels like a nice little achievement to
Yeah,
kind of be like, but yeah.
It's a cool milestone to hit, right? And like to feel
Yeah.
like you can get, even if it's pennies, you're just getting a little bit something back from your hobby. Like it's a nice, like I said, it's a drop in the ocean for what we actually end up spending on Lego, but it's like a nice, it's like nice. And there's like fun, like membership stuff can be fun. And like, if you like how you incorporate that, I don't, maybe if I had been like grinding out content for a year straight and like I was super consistent and then I just hit it, then maybe I'd be a bit like, but because I've had like big breaks in my content and like I've got months where I haven't uploaded like long form video and stuff, I've been fairly consistent with streaming. But it's not bothered me too much. I don't know about Carrie's put a comment there. It says I was a little annoyed just because we have probably been eligible at the new criteria for over a year, but I'm happy to have actually got 1K.
Yeah, it's definitely cool to see like the K next to your sub count. Like that is an achievement in itself, even if it's not required for the monetization anymore. So yeah, I still think you should both be very proud of that because that's really cool.
Yeah, it's a cool milestone for sure.
Yeah,
I'm on 347.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I remember when you were on what was it, 100 and something, like you've shot right up there with your stop motions, like, and honestly everyone knows the time and effort that goes into that. Just like I remember I did like it twice and I was like, nope.
It's nice to have that following. It's like Tech said, when you upload something now, and I bet you feel the same, that you've got that as an audience, going to
Yeah.
predominantly watch your videos, which if it keeps on growing, that just makes you feel good.
Yeah, it's nice. And like I think what was really nice as well for you, Trevor, I would imagine, and I guess this is definitely how I felt, like if a vlog does well, like there's something special about a vlog doing well, I think, because it's like so much of your personality and like your character and like and your persona, and obviously because you had your son in it as well, like that would have been really nice. Like it's always nice to see those videos do well.
Yeah, your vlog was so good, Trevor. I was like watching it back. I remember you telling me though, like there was certain points that you had to do it like 20 times because you forgot to record or something like this. But like, like the effort that went into it was like something that it was kind of reminded me of, like if you watch like a TV program, like a reality TV program, like where they have like different camera angles, like staged, like even just things like getting into your car. You obviously had the camera set, and I'm like, oh my god, like the amount of time. I'm too busy trying to race to get to the Lego store, but like you obviously planned out your trip that well that you're like, you've done all that. So and I still get sometimes, like I have off days. Like I was going to do a vlog that for that release day that you did, but I was honestly, the reason I didn't do it is because I was in a really bad mood when I got to the Lego store because I was held up in traffic, and then I finally got there, and I did a picture on Instagram. Basically, it was like this. I was about to swear there. This fudge off crane. It was like, and it's still there. It's James's Quarter. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but it was blocking the entrance to the car park, and they were like, "You're gonna have to wait." And I was like, "I've just driven from Falkirk, like, to get," and I did, like, but it was fine. I thought there was gonna be a rush to get the villain set, and it was just plenty. So, but yeah. So when I walked into the Lego store, I was just like, oh, I'm in a really bad mood now, and I didn't want to video. So yeah, but I sometimes feel really self-conscious videoing in the store still. Like I have to have a good day where I'm pumped and I'm kind of like, I don't care, like woo. Otherwise I'm like, hello. I'm the same. I'm weirdly so much like 10 times more confident if I've got like friends in the store. Like AFOL day I did not bat an eyelid, but other days I'll be there like really quietly into my mic, like wander around the store, like because the staff must be used to it.
They're so used to it, and like they'll come up to you and say like, "Oh, have you got like a YouTube channel?" Or like, they know what's up. And
but if it's just like, I think because that day as well, it was dead quiet when I went in, and there were like 6 staff on. They obviously maybe thought it was gonna be busy. So I was like, it was very obvious that way that like I was videoing because I was probably one of the only people who were like watching. So yeah, it's one of these things though. But yeah, I think Saturday might be busy. Yeah. Who knows?
I think it will be.
Well, yeah. But
is there any
I like both.
Now? Is it just Hocus Pocus and Castle and the Gift of Birds, obviously? But
I don't know.
It's kind of hard to recall because we're at this point now. Stuff gets announced for like it's going to come out in 4 weeks' time. You get 2 weeks later, and it's like, what was announced?
Yeah. No. I don't remember. What's this one? What's this? Oh, that's August. Friend sets.
Coming soon.
That's why when I did visit the store, I tried to incorporate as much as I could that I remembered that was new, so it would jog people's minds and that's out today. Tried to film as much as I could, not just the sets that I was interested in, but tried to get Ninjago, city sets, the Friend sets. Try and incorporate as much as I could.
When does the Eldorado set come out, actually? That says 7th of July, but that's, I don't think that thinks I'm a VIP, though. No, that's 4th of July.
4th of July, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because that's with, Labor Day.
Podcast. So good. I just love the figs. They're so funny.
Are you interested in any of those Star Wars mechs when they come out in August?
I might end up getting the Boba Fett one just because I think the figure's really great. I've got the like printed on Vader, so I doubt I'll get that one.
I like the Stormtrooper one. So
I like the Stormtrooper one, and I also like the Stormtrooper figure. However, I've been buying a few of the Stormtroopers in the like newer style recently. Well, no, I say recently, since they've like come out, I've been slowly starting to acquire them, and then I actually managed to get like quite a few of the of them when they come out in the magazines. but the mech one has like the updated torso print, and so like I get really OCD about like the like even like the tiniest things, and like so I'm like, oh, do I want to get these stormtroopers? But they're going to be like the new ones going forward, so I'll probably I'll probably pick up the Boba Fett one when it inevitably drops down to like £10, something like that.
Yeah, I think we'll be the same. I think that's the only one that we've got our eye on for the same
Yeah.
reasons, basically. So yeah.
Yeah, unless I feel like the because some of the parts are great, like mixer joints are great for mocks, and like I really want to start incorporating them more into mocks because they can be, you can get some really cool shapes and stuff when you use some of those parts. So if you can get them for a good deal, then I think the parts could be worth it. But what about you, Trevor? Do you think you're going to get any of them?
Yeah, I like the Boba Fett. I like the. I don't particularly like the Darth Vader one, but I do like the Stormtrooper. Yeah. I think Tom likes them as well. He's always built. He built the Marvel mechs as well, so he'll definitely.
Okay, nice. Yeah. I just wish they'd done some like not obscure characters, but just characters that we don't that is not in like 4 other sets of current like Boba Fett, I guess. Like even, I mean, he's not he's not a character that massively I'm like keen for, but at least he's different. He's got like arm leg printing. Like they've gone all out on that figure and put it in a reasonably priced set, which is good. I just don't think they needed to do like Darth Vader and a Stormtrooper. I think...
No, it's a bit original.
Yeah. Just one prequel character could have been fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or even like a new like Kylo Ren or something like that with like arm printing, like that would have been.
Kylo Ren would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be terrible as Lego's head of design tech because you'd be saying, "Now go back, give me something more. Yeah, give me something else. No, give me something else." Without us afterwards on release day, we're thinking nothing coming out.
Yeah.
Why that?
Yeah. That's the original trilogy stuff. It's been 5 years. Honestly, yeah. I just think like because they're always going to have a set with Darth Vader on shelves, they just didn't need to put him in a mech. Like that's, and it's a bit like the Mando microfighter. They're always going to have a set with Mando on shelves. We don't need like the Razor Crest microfighter and then the N1 Starfighter microfighter right now. They could.
I forgot about that. I ordered that. Couldn't wait for it was released for pre-order.
I like it. Like I like the N1. I don't like the Razor Crest. I like the N1 Starfighter. I think it looks great, but yeah, I just think it's they've obviously done it because they're producing the figure, so it's just cheaper for them to throw a figure, like to reuse figures and stuff. But yeah, that's what it is, I guess.
Well, that and being able to get characters at different price points, like you know the microfighters and that. Obviously, I think we were talking about it loosely a couple of weeks ago, like a pocket money set sort of thing. Like it's easy, or if a granny wants to get it for a present for the kids or grandkids or whatever, like as opposed to they're not going to go in and go, all right, well I'm going to get a 120-pound Razor Crest or something like.
Yeah. I just find it hard to believe that there's not, like, even if you are like kind of loosely into Lego or like into like Lego Star Wars or anything, like, and you for some reason particularly wanted a Mando and a Grogu figure, there's not another set you would have bought at this point before you go, do you know what, actually no, the N1 microfighter is the one that I've waited all this time for to finally pull the trigger on Grogu and Mando. I was just like, really? Like, maybe at the beginning that would have been a nice touch, but now, really?
I can see you're struggling with the empathy part. It's like, really? Is that somebody?
Yeah. Because, like, yeah. He's been in reasonably priced sets. Like, I think he's probably been in like most price bracket sets of like the under £10, the under the £25 one. Like you could probably pick a price point, and he's
in one.
He's got Mando in it. It's like really. And they updated the helmet print, but whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
I'm over it. That's one thing that I'm gonna. This will be my last rant. The fact that they have like ever so slowly improved Mando in the 4 years that they've been producing, the 3 or 4 years that they've been producing the figure. Every time we get a new wave of sets, they've ever so slightly improved him. Like, so we got the black head originally, and then like no helmet print other than the visor, and then they were like, oh yeah, we'll give him printed arms with the Beskar Mando. You're like, oh, that's cool, that's nice. What about a face print? And then they trickle out the face print, and then they trickle out the Darksaber, and then they finally put printing on the helmet, and you're like, there's like 15 different Mandos at this point, and we've had like 3 seasons. Like, what? And he wasn't even in half of the third one. Like, what's going on?
But the funny thing is, do you have one of each?
Pretty much. Yeah, who's the idiot? Me.
So their marketing's worked.
Working.
Yeah, I guess. Ugh.
It just reminds me of it's a while ago, so Trevor, you might know, Tech, I don't know, where you had an early Simpsons episode where they had was it Malibu Barbie or Malibu Stacy or whatever the knockoff was, and Lisa was trying to launch this other figure, and the whole episode was her developing it and that, and she's about to launch it, and then as they're doing the launch day, they bring out the Malibu Barbie or whatever it was with a slightly different hat, and everyone goes crazy, and it's just that stuff always just sits right in there. It's like, oh, we just changed the helmet slightly, and everyone rushes over and buys it. And
Yeah, it's not even like, so with Bo-Katan, right? They released her in the Clone Wars set, and now they're releasing her in a Mando live action set, and they've added arm printing. They've changed the printing on her torso, at least her torso and her helmet, I think, which makes sense. It's like technically based off of like different media. Like, I think that's fair. But this Mando has been off the same thing, and like I do feel there is like a justification for when he's like the title, when he's like the main character of a show, just like go all out in the first place, because it'll be a good investment and you're going to stick him in tons of sets anyway. Don't just like drip feed it getting ever so slightly better for the sake of it. I don't know. But like you said, I've probably got one of every version of him, so I'm the real idiot.
But I think it's always, there's an element too of it's always somebody's first Star Wars set. Like when they brought out the UCS X-Wing, it's like, oh no, another X-Wing, blah blah blah. So like, well, for me that was the first UCX X-Wing which I got.
Yes,
the other one's so far behind, and it's probably the last one I'll get because it was such a boring build. Like, it's just like, here, build this wing 4 times slightly differently. Like,
yeah. I don't have a problem with them re-releasing sets like that, especially like an X-Wing. It actually makes buying decisions very easy for me because I just like not interested. As long as they don't go and do like 3 or 4 UCS re-releases back to back, like that seems annoying and stupid. But yeah, there's the
pick up. You'll just go and pick up 3 UCS AT-ATs anyhow. So,
well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, good times. One is finally restored.
Because I was talking to somebody about something or other, and mentions somebody picking up 3 UCS AT-ATs or whatever, and they go, oh yeah, that must have been tech. And it's like, how do you even know that? And it's like, oh yeah, watch all these videos. Like,
so
it's kind of like, I think that that video or that idea, like it's actually gotten of you getting 3 different ones actually filtered quite far.
Yeah, it's still the most viewed video on my many of my channels actually. By quite like a fairly considerable amount. But yeah, it was like, yeah, I really wish I had like gone back to back and just built them all. I think that would have been really fun. But also like,
I think you probably, after doing it once or twice, you probably would have ended up hating it.
Maybe, but the build was fantastic, and like Paige was building part of it as well. So I would have then went and built what Paige built, and then we could have swapped it and stuff. So that would have been, could have roped in some extra hands there.
Yeah, because I had to. Well, I built 2 of the grand pianos back to back because that was the thing for Lego. And certainly after, like, once you've done it the first time, because there's a lot of repetition.
Yeah.
Because obviously you got keys and things like that, so it's the same little tiny builds and everything.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of like, no, there's something else I've built a couple of back to back and just looked at it afterwards, and you just end up going, no, I don't want to do that, because it really can take the not so much the fun out of it, but it becomes a bit more of a chore.
Yeah. But before like Paige, I think it must have been just before the botanicals, or like Paige had maybe had like one of the botanical sets, like one or 2 of them were out or something. She was like, "Oh, I really enjoyed building that. Have you got any sets that you could like that I could just build that you like not that fussed about?" At that point, I had 9 of the iron ball tanks from Monkey Kid. I was like, if you want to just like trickle your way, I probably built like 2 of them, maybe 3 of them. I was like, if you wanted to just like trickle through that, she was like, yeah. She built the first one. That was really fun. Second one, yeah, it was good. Third one, So I think there's still a couple of those to be built. There's something and it's actually something that I've not heard from one person. I like everyone I spoke to that's built the UCS AT-AT had said it's been a surprisingly enjoyable build. It looks like it should be really repetitive and really mundane, but there is something about it that is a really, really fun build.
Yeah, just where, because I was surprised but not surprised when you pulled out some of those Monkey Kid sets, because maybe I've just been under a rock, but I haven't seen you do anything with Monkey Kid for a while. Is it something that you're still into, or have I just missed something?
No, I'm still into it. I haven't made content on the Monkey Kid stuff, but I am still getting all the sets. I saved them for like AFOL day, because it's like the best discount I'll probably get on them, and or like Christmas, birthday, I've been getting sets and stuff. It's just having like when I was back at my mum's, then I had those cabinets, and I was building the Monkey Kid sets and then putting them into the cabinet, because I don't have anywhere really to display other than the Razor Crest behind me. I've not been, and because they're not sets that I just want to build and then like stick in a bag. Like I really do want to sit and enjoy them, and it's probably going to be a theme that I don't really do a lot of content on. It's certainly not on Planet Tech because it's Star Wars, but like, yes, I think it is just going to be sets that I like sit down and enjoy, put a film on and kind of enjoy, because I feel like you definitely go through the stage of like when you're making videos that you're like, oh, how do I rinse like every tiny bit of content out of this build, and then it can become a bit of a chore to build some of the big stuff, or even just like sets in general that you think you're like, if you're like, oh, how am I going to make this, like how am I going to make content out of this? It's just like it takes the fun out of you actually just switching off and going through the process of building a set, which is why a lot of us like got into it in the first place. So I think that's probably what I'll do with Monkey Kid, is probably do like a collection video at some point once I do have them built. But other than that, yeah, I do want to line up my my ball clones though. I think I'm going to take those to a convention at some point. because I did get like 100 of those figures.
That'd be so funny. Just see a photo of it if you don't do a vlog or something. But I
Yeah.
get what you mean about like rinsing, like buying sets. Like, because I actually even found it got to a point because I don't have like a sort of set up for filming. I think if you're lucky enough to have a setup ready to go, it's maybe not as much of an issue. But if you don't, like me, like I just have to maybe sometimes quickly do it on the coffee table, which we obviously that's not what it's for. So it means that it's kind of like, okay, I need to get the camera out, I need to get the stand out and stuff. So it's kind of more of a chore, and I need to like plan an evening almost around doing it. So like I found like there was sets that I was dying to build, but I was like not able to do them because I was like, well, I need to wait until I'm ready to film it. And I'm like, what? It's hard because it is trying to find a balance, because there are like certain ones where I'm like, I do really want to actually film this and talk about it and make a video out of it, but at the same time, because of like the way that I have to film at the moment, it's kind of like it just becomes a bit of a
I understand that, because I'll have to wait sometimes, with the boys, they want to play on the PlayStation or whatever, and I don't want to be saying, I kick them off because I need to do some filming or whatever, or building or stop motion. And I find with stop motion, you've got to be careful, because I'm doing it in my lounge. I have the curtains drawn. It's better having the darkness and rather than any reflections from a telly. I'm probably doing it in the corner and they're probably playing on the PlayStation, but I will get those reflections added through the stop motion. It just makes it all juttery, and you don't want that. So I'll wait till they've gone to bed. And sometimes, the past couple of nights, I've been tired. We all got working lives, and I looked at the stop motion thinking, I can't face that tonight. I'll do it another night. So sometimes creating content, as I said to you earlier, Maxine, you can't put too much pressure on yourself. It needs to be fun. You need to enjoy what you're doing. That reflects in your content as well, and you just do it as and when you can. So
fun
I
and
get where you're
feasible, I
coming
think,
from.
is the big thing. Like I think that's what I'm still like, because I've not been doing this. It's not even been a year. I started collecting Lego last summer, but I've not actually. I made my YouTube channel in January, so it's only been like 6 months.
6 months,
or something like that. So I'm still working the kinks out. So I'm not expecting my content to be polished at this point, like from the videos to the schedule that I follow to the thumbnails to like every single detail. I'm just kind of having fun with it and learning from other people's streams and other people's content as well. So I'm not like putting pressure on myself in that sense. And I also like, I've said this to people before, but I don't even know, to be honest, what would be considered good like watch views for me, and what would be considered good subs and what's good watch hours, because based on like how long I've been at it, because everyone's different, and unless I ask people and people keep track of these things, like I don't have anything to compare it to, so I just kind of do what I can. And from next week I'll be in the same boat as everyone else, like you, Trevor, like trying to work around a baby and I'm working things, and sometimes I go away for work overnight and stuff. Apparently I've already got some overnight jobs booked in places. I'll make something out of it Lego related though. I'll just take my sig fig and be like, we're now in the Highlands, or I'm up a tree because I'm a tree climber and I might take her up a tree. See if I can get away with it. I don't know, but it's good to know that everyone's kind of in the same boat though. That's why I think as well we need to remember not to like compare ourselves to people that are able to do this full time. So their content is obviously going to be more polished, it's going to be more consistent, because that is like their job. That is like they wake up in the morning and they have a schedule and they're going to do it, whereas we're working around other things. So but people get that. Like I get the vibe from like my community on my channel and through comments and stuff that people understand it. So I think some content is better than none, I suppose.
The only person I compare myself is my own self. If I'm happy with that content and I'm happy to upload it and I'm thinking it's going to be enjoyable for other people to watch, then I'm happy then. Whether it gets 100 views, 1,000 views, whatever, I'm still happy.
Yeah, and that's what
I think does really well.
That's the best bar you can set for yourself, is if you think that you would enjoy watching it, or if you can upload that and go, I've put like a good amount of effort into that and I'm happy with the output, then that's all you can ask for.
I think it also though, I think I've said this before in a stream, that it's a hard balance though, because you are trying to battle it out with the YouTube algorithm at the same time. So like I totally echo what you guys are saying about like if I'm happy with the video, I'll upload it and I'll be happy that I have. But there's definitely videos on my channel that I've uploaded purely out of kind of like I'm like aware of the YouTube algorithm, and I don't want it to bump down my future videos, which I do spend a lot of time on.
Yeah.
So like and it shows on my channel, like basically put this way, the ones that have lower views and aren't very good are those filler videos that I've just done so that I'm not leaving, like it's usually like a Sunday. I think, I don't know about you guys, but YouTube like on the analytics basically tells me like Sunday evening is the best time to upload and stuff like this. Like that's when most people are on.
Yeah.
And that reflects because I've now like clicked to the fact that Brixie will always release a video at 4 p.m. I think, or 3 p.m. and then High Tea Toys always at 4 p.m. like on the dot, like they obviously schedule it and stuff like this. So it's like it's kind of working around that as well. But I'm not like bothered about that, like, because it is what it is, and as long as I do beef up my channel with mostly good quality videos, and I also just like the community aspect of it, like having people chatting away in the chat, and yeah, I think that'll be. I'm quite excited for that actually with my streams. But yeah,
I tell you what has helped. What's helped definitely in my case, in my channel, is advertising the videos that you've uploaded, because not everybody gets a notification on Instagram on your story with a link directly to the video. I found that helped because people are scrolling through their Instagram and they might not necessarily know that you put out a video, and they just click on your link and go straight there. That's a big help.
Yeah, I'm so bad for that. I really don't do that enough. Like, I really definitely don't. And I know I definitely don't, because like the amount of followers I have on Instagram is much more than subs I have on YouTube. Like,
so if you were to put a little story together with a link directly to, say, the blog that you've just uploaded today, I think you'll find that you'll get more from your Instagram audience that way.
Probably. I just need to remember to do that. Like, I need to go through a routine when I upload and stuff. But yeah, as I said, it's just like remembering all these things, and now I have to add placing my ads into that list now that so they will watch my video if I don't place them correctly. So
I think if you're I think the Instagram stories for streaming, especially like just before you go live, is really important to get like initial people through the because it's also like you can do like a countdown to your stream, but if you set that up the night before, 9 times, like maybe 1 in 50 people are probably going to press the set reminder on the timer if you're lucky, and so they're going to, like, most people are going to forget, right? Like, they need to see it right there in front of them. So if you go then if your story is then advertising your stream and it's just before you kick off, it's now at the front of the like story post for people, so people that are just clicking on the app are more likely to see it, rather than if it was like the day before. And then just throwing a link into, it's super helpful. That was something that Instagram have only added in the last maybe the last year actually, but you had to have like before you had to have like a certain amount of followers to have links in your story, right?
Yeah, you had to have 10,000 followers, which was that's almost like the YouTube 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Like it's unless you blow up, because this was sort of Reels was only just starting to take off. So before, in a pre-Reels sort of era, getting to 10,000 on Instagram was a real grind. So certainly, like what you say, Tech. Certainly getting those links has made a massive difference, and that's why I do a bit of both. Because even though I've been streaming pretty consistently for getting on 6 months, I still get people who don't know that I stream on a Thursday at this time, and have been. So it's very much try to do the one the day before, just as a reminder, as a bit of not so much branding, but it's still happening, and then very much right before I do the stream. So as if somebody has seen that one beforehand, and because we all do it, we all see somebody promote it the day before or whatever, it's like whatever, but then when it's like, oh, we're live now, with the link, it's like, click, I'll go and have a look at that. So
especially with your new branding, Matt?
With my Michelin star as opposed to the dodgy kebab. So
I'm just gonna grab a drink. I'll be back in just a second.
It's interesting to see how it's been been growing and evolving, and then just seeing it obviously then back through like, you know, you guys' eyes in terms of, like you say, you've only been doing it for 6 months and whatever. Because initially you started sort of 2019, and you didn't have short form content, like it didn't exist. TikTok wasn't there, like, so it was a completely different world. The thing that the Instagram was trying to push their IGTV, which was terrible, and now it's funny listening to, I think it was on Callie Bricklick, a recent episode, and somebody's only come at it recently, and they've only ever done it through shorts, and they see long form video as too much hard work. And it's kind of funny because having come from the other where it's like you had to do long form because there wasn't anything else you could really do. It's almost now putting like a barrier, because people are like, okay, we can just do the shorts or the reels or the TikToks and don't have to worry about doing longer form content because you can kind of survive off that.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think it's like also just working out what kind of content, what do you want your brand to be? So like, for example, I'm working out that I might do a longer vlog video because I personally love watching people's vlogs. I'm nosy. I'm so nosy. I love watching people's days, especially like holidays, because you get to see the person like on a more personal level, like what Tech was saying. So I don't mind if they end up being a bit longer. And actually they seem to do better. So I think it's kind of like, that seems like a more engaging, and like people will keep people's attention more because they find it interesting. Those kind of videos. Whereas like when I do like the odd review, I try and keep it like under 10 minutes because I think, again, myself, what do I prefer? And especially like if it's a Lego set, like a big one that's coming out, and there's like, I don't know, personally, like you can disagree with me on, sometimes I don't feel like there's too much of a point in like dedicating a lot of time in one of the bigger sets that comes out, because you've got all the LAN people doing it, and everyone's already watched them, and they're not going to watch yours when they've got like a LAN member that knows their stuff about Lego, obviously knows that theme well because they've asked to get sent those sets. Like, I just don't see the point in like spending a lot of time in that. I mean, I'll personally be doing, like I said in my video I released today, I'm wanting to do that for the new Disney castle though, because I am a massive Disney fan, and I'll probably go into a lot of the very fine details about the set that maybe, like, I haven't watched any reviews about the set because I don't like watching Disney reviews myself, because I like to open it myself and get all the surprises. Yeah. But so I don't know, I might echo a lot of the same points, but like it's coming down to like what you enjoy yourself to do, I think. I think that's part of it.
I remember the first video that you uploaded, those Disney brickheads. Oh, yeah. And that was one of the first videos that I'd watched on your channel. I thought that's how I discovered your channel.
Okay.
I liked your knowledge. You know, you were so in depth about each of those brickheads. Where I'd watched some, reviews before on these, but nobody was, knowledgeable, and you could tell that, and so in depth about, and so passionate about Disney as a brand, because that came through in what you were saying, and it was just a really enjoyable video to watch.
Oh, thank you, Joe. I think it's just because I get carried away, because I love like the kind of Disney.
No, but you can tell, you love Disney, and you can tell that comes through your content. That passion, that drive comes through your content, that you really enjoy Disney. I love stop motion, so that's hopefully that comes through on my video. So we each have our own, Tech with his Star Wars and his marks. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that would also draw me to watch a person's video a bit more. For example, if you were like your stop motions on Avatar and things like that, on the Avatar sets, like I might be more drawn to watch like someone's content if they also kind of throw in that little bit extra, because like what you do, because and the knowledge, I guess, is my version of doing that, because about Disney, because as I said, a lot of people are doing reviews of sets and like LAN and things like that, and I think it just adds that little bit more character to your content, if that makes sense, like a little something a bit different. And yeah, if you're passionate about it, it'll come through, and people like watching people being passionate. Like to be honest, there's people with like a lot of subscribers and a lot of following, and I'll be honest, I'm not going to say who they are because I don't think it's very nice, but there's like certain channels I won't watch purely because I just don't get the enthusiasm through, and that I feel like is something that I need, especially with Lego. Like it's not a serious thing.
Yeah,
it's a toy. ultimately we're playing with toys, and I need to feel like a child watching it. I want to get excited like a child in a toy shop on Christmas or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't take Lego seriously, but I understand that a lot of people do. A lot of people like base their like living off of it, or they do like they're hardcore investors, so they see more of this, you know, the serious side of things. But that's just not for me personally. But each to their own.
And everybody as well interprets a set coming out in different ways. You know, they excite some people, they don't. You know, that we've all got our own quirks, we've all got our own likes. So it's so varied in that way. But if you can put your own spin, because your personality comes through in what you enjoy, that comes through in your content.
Yeah, for sure.
It's never change who you are. That's what I'm trying to say. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a weird one, because like, you would think, right, like if you're going to create a YouTube channel, like if you watch anyone that gives advice on YouTube channels, it's like pick a niche and stick with it, and then as you get bigger, you can then start to like spread out a little bit. And you would think that like picking Lego would be enough of a niche, right? But it's like the Lego community on YouTube now is so big that you have to have like a niche of a niche of a niche within just Lego alone to then like actually start to build momentum. I personally think like reviews are not gonna, like, especially if you're like really early starting out, I don't think reviews are ever gonna grow your channel. Like you're gonna be really grinding if you're like doing like if your main content is reviewing. What I would see a benefit in, and like for you, Maxine, if like these guys have said, like Disney is very much like your passion, and that shows throughout your videos. For you, it's actually then you kind of look at it as well, whether it's in the style of a review, or if it's like a bit like what your video announcement was like the other day, like started to be. But I know you said that video you're holding out for when you actually have the button. You need to, if you want to be a Disney channel, like if you want to have your like focus be Disney, then you do need to be talking about the Disney cast, and you need to be like staying in the conversation with that stuff. Otherwise, then it's gonna. So it is a fine balance of like what. Yeah, I would like to see. I think you would be like a really, really interesting like Disney channel, and like have all your content focused around like Disney, because I think I tried having like a bit of Star Wars and like a bit of Monkey Kid. Maybe Monkey Kid was just like too niche a theme, and like it's not that popular, and maybe that was a bit like stifled it as well. But it is really hard to, in the early days, to like do everything. And that's not to say you can never do it, but just like tailor content around something, and then like in your vlogs throw in other stuff. And
I like to add in vlogs to show people that I'm a person, you know. I think that adds that personal touch to it, because I still see, even though we've talked about the whole monetization thing, about finding your niche, about finding your like, you know, your place in the Lego YouTuber universe or whatever, like I still like the idea of coming across as a person and just having that community feel to it, because I don't know, that's kind of what I'm here for ultimately. And it doesn't mean, as you say, like even if you establish a niche that you make content around, that doesn't then mean you can't buy other sets, because we've got like Marvel, and we've got Batman, and we've got you know Harry Potter. Like it doesn't mean anything, but and obviously like I've said so many times in my videos, like I'm just restricted because we are restricted by size of this this flat, and that in itself, I like doing videos about, like I think I mentioned in my last video, I'll have to do a flat tour sometime, because I really like, I feel like a lot of people comment on my videos saying, oh, I wish I could do this, I wish I could do that, but so many people are in flats, so many people are in small spaces, and not like, and I feel bad if a lot of people are watching, like lots of people probably watch Brixie and probably watch all these people that have designated Lego rooms and things like that, and probably think, well, I can't do that because I don't have that space or anything like that. So I kind of wanted to bring it round and bring it real, like with my channel as well, that we're in a small 2-bedroom flat here. We have a baby. Like there's always a way to work around things. If that's what you want, just make it happen. I think I did a pep talk on one of my videos actually, where I was like, just do it, have a shelf city and all this kind of thing. Because that's what we've got. Like our city is like above the TV. It's ridiculous. Like it's just That is our city. I still call it it's a street.
Yeah, works though.
Yeah, but
I think a lot of people.
That's
are-
why I've been buying bookshelves. That's why I've been buying bookshelves recently. You know,
Yeah.
I haven't
It
got a
looks
room
good.
dedicated for Lego, but I'm just dotting,
Yeah.
you know, these shelves around. They look nice.
It looks good as well, Trevor. Like, it actually makes me
Mhm.
think, oh yeah, that's actually like a really good way to display Lego. Because ultimately, yes, of course, we're hoping to get a bigger place and we'll have a designated Lego room. Like when we talk about houses, we're like, right, well, that would be the baby room, that would be that's the Lego room. Like that literally is part of our plan.
Yeah.
But it makes me realize, like, oh, that's a nice way to display certain types of sets actually that I wouldn't have thought about.
And the latest ones I bought, they actually fit 3 base plates on the shelf, which is the width of them, and that's brilliant.
See, that's the kind of content that I like to make, where it's kind of helping people work these kind of things out. So, like, I did like a short video about like the IKEA drawers and like the inserts I have for them, because that's the kind of stuff that I wanted to know more about when I started. Or even if you're not just starting out, like, it's just useful info that absolutely everyone can use. And and like you say, like, I wouldn't know unless I went to IKEA with a few base plates, like, you know, and they happen to have them built in the showroom. I wouldn't know like that, and that would probably be a decision maker for me. Like, I'm going to buy that bookcase. So again, that's the kind of stuff I find interesting, and I just like silly stuff as well. I've had a few people comment on my stuff saying, "I love your flat. You just have Lego in every room." And that's not actually true, but now I'm like,
that's a go.
It's getting to that point. I think I'm challenge accepted.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I'm trying something new. I've worked on a video where I'm reviewing a display case, but I bought so many not so many, 5 cases from Wicked Brit, and they've always been the standard cases. And I've noticed recently they've started selling like an exclusive edition. Alongside a standard edition where they only make 350, and they do sell really well, they fly off the shelf. So I did the same with the Disney Up House. I ordered the exclusive edition, and I wanted to know what the difference was, in case, like me, I was wondering, you know, on the website, would you spend the extra money on an exclusive or would you stick to a standard? So I've done a little bit of a video about that, my findings on an exclusive case rather than just the standard. And it's surprising. It is different.
I need to watch that. I haven't even seen that come up on my feed.
It's because I haven't finished it yet.
Oh, I was like, what? You were talking as if you'd uploaded it. I was like, how?
No. I'm hoping to upload that probably over the weekend if I can get it finished.
Okay, I'll be looking forward to watch that. I've not bought anything from Wicked Brick because they are so expensive, but I want to look into buying some stuff for certain sets.
I had to film the ending tonight because I'm going for a haircut on Saturday, and it wouldn't have married up. The beginning wouldn't have married up with the end.
I've been there a few times.
That's how bad I am. I'll film it over when I just film it when I can. You know, these bits. You know, and that's not right. I'll go back and do that. And I just suddenly thought, I've got a haircut on Saturday. I need to film the ending because it won't look right.
To be fair, I will be in that situation next Friday, and it will be a very noticeable change. I will tell you that much right now. Very, very noticeable. So I've even like edited some intros, outros using like a different detail. I won't say too much, otherwise I'll just give it away. But yeah. What's one?
Yeah, getting back to what you were saying, Tech. I mean, that's more of a review, I suppose, but it's not something I've really done a lot of, so I'll just see how it goes.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's trial and error with some pieces. Like I said, the vlog really went well. I don't often put myself in front of camera. I don't think I'm that confident in front of camera, but I'm going to give it a go anyway.
You could have fooled me in the vlog video.
I loved watching it. I absolutely loved the format. Yeah. It was so good.
That cereal, you know, I missed the bowl. Not trying to hold the camera, and it took me a couple of attempts.
You need right. Okay, one thing I will request then to make your videos more interesting next time is to throw in the blooper reel.
Yeah. That's great at the end. That works really good at the end, just to do a blooper.
I might slip something in then because I normally they just end up on the cutting room floor. They do.
Or there'll be good shorts content as well.
Yeah.
I've stopped putting bloopers in mine. I did it at the very beginning. And then, Trev, you probably remember because you've watched me since the beginning, I think, and you remember the Star Wars one I did, where I was like,
Oh God, yeah,
I was confused if I was a
Grogu.
Jedi or
The child. Yeah. You were trying to say it, and you were looking at. I'm assuming you were looking at Aaron going, no, that wasn't right, was it?
I know it was. No, honestly, it was a standard. I was actually just talking to myself out loud, but he was still videoing, so I put it in, and it's like I'm dressed up as a Jedi, but then I'm obviously supposed to be a Mandalorian because I say this is the way, but I'm wearing like his big Udi thing to make myself look like a Jedi.
Yeah.
And then I turn around facing the wall, and I'm like, well, even though I'm supposed to be a Jedi, so that's a bit confusing. Just like, but yeah.
You're right though. It's what people remember as well. You know, they remember bits about your personality. These videos on your channel that you can recall instantly. It's like tech. You know, I instantly think now of him in that bath. I don't know why.
Don't they all, Trevor? Don't they all?
You know what I mean? But there's just things that stick in your mind from the content that you watched on people's channels. You know.
I don't think it'd have the same effect if I did a thumbnail that looked like that. I'd probably get thrown off YouTube.
And then whenever I'm trying to install a lighting kit, I just think of Matt's frustrations when he was having a job with the X-Wing. You know, he just remembers the different things.
Yeah. Or with me from Bat, it's pick a brick a pit.
Oh yeah. Same thing but backwards. Yeah.
Like you've put it as part of your intro because people know how to have a laugh. Like that's what I like. So.
And that's the thing. I don't think we should all take ourselves too seriously. I certainly don't. You know, life's for a living. We need to enjoy what we do, and it's about enjoying. And you feel as though, and I get the vibe from so many creators that I've watched in the past before becoming a YouTuber myself that they've really stressed themselves out. I've known people that have done a channel really well, and all of a sudden, that you contact them. I'm no longer doing it due to health issues or whatever. You've got to just have fun with it. You've got to think of your own health, your own mental health, and just have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that's what they say. The day the fun stops, stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You've got to enjoy doing it.
It also gets back to something you were saying a bit earlier in terms of, people look at Brixie and those guys and everything like that. And I suppose we do it with everything. And it's sort of like, it's not like, for the most part, that happened overnight. That was after a very long grind of doing stuff consistently. And even with somebody like Jang, just spoken to at various points, and like you look at the amount of work that even today he does for his channel, like particularly when you've got a big release or season like the 1st of August or the 1st of January or whatever else, the amount of work that he does is phenomenal. And he's sort of like, he's doing it 7 days a week. He might only get 3 or 4 hours sleep a night for like a week or two on end, sort of thing. And it's like, well, I look at something like that and getting back to what you were saying, it's like, as much as what I enjoy something like this, could I ever do that with this? And it's just like, no, I just don't, beyond the fact you have kids and things like that. So, it's one of those things, careful what you wish for, because it's like, okay, you might see it as, million subscribers, blah, 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 blah. But it's like the amount of work and then, what's the quality of life on the other side of it?
And the obligation that comes with it and things like that. Like, I mean, I know I talk about land, like that is the holy grail and stuff like that. But that is purely because it's like, could save quite a bit of money on buying all those sets. I could just put all that towards pad wall stuff, which would be fantastic. But at the same time, like they have deadlines like they need to meet, and it must be a lot of pressure. Like there's no doubt about
and
it.
also, don't you think also that you appreciate? I certainly appreciate what I'm able to buy and build. I appreciate a lot more than if it was just gifted to me. Yeah, that's great in one respect, but you appreciate it more if you're able to buy it and and you're building it yourself. I know what you're saying though. Yeah, you are right, but it is nice to have all these sets gifted, but the pressure, you've got to make sure you've got that video once the embargo's withdrawn. It's got to be uploaded, and they could throw 3 or 4 sets at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
God, yeah. I think they can like specify what they want to be sent. I think it was Duck Bricks I was watching, and he basically said to them like everything, and then like some of his deliveries are quite incredible, like the amount of stuff he gets. And yeah, I think, as you say, Trevor, it's nice to appreciate what you're able to purchase off your own back. And I think it also helps you stick to your niche, doesn't it? It helps keep like things manageable.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is that so? So LAN is like something that you're like aspiring to then, Maxine? Like,
I don't know. Like, I think overall my answer would probably be yes.
yeah,
But at the same time, it's not something I'm going to cry over if it never
Yeah.
happens. It's just kind of
Yeah.
one of these nice things to think about. But
yeah,
I think
I'm good. Like,
in 5 years' time, she'll be getting the set sent to her now.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I've heard a few horror stories about LAN. To be fair, like I've heard of a few people that have been on it and then left it because it, like, for whatever reasons and things. I think like we're trying to address some of these things, like these issues that previous LAN members have raised. There's 2 content creators that I can think off the top of my head, but yeah, I don't really know. It's like life's too busy though. Like with the nature of the kind of work that I do, the hours can be, and the work itself, it can be physically quite draining. And we've got Nova now and stuff as well. And there's a lot of like health issues in my family and Aaron's family, and there's just a lot like spiraling around in my head non-stop. So I don't want to add any anxiety or stress to my life, to be honest. But maybe further down the line when things have calmed down, baby 2 has popped out and is a little bit more grown up, and there's no like babies crawling around to eat Lego. It's weird the sort of stuff you think about. Like we were even thinking about what's it called, Star Wars Celebration. The next one I think is in Japan. And Aaron, that's like his dream holiday is to go to Japan.
right.
And I think, is that not 2025?
Yeah.
Yes. And my first, like, this is the kind of stuff you have to start thinking about. This will be you, Tech, honestly. You'll be like, right, wait, so if we go, who do we take Nova? What age will she be? Wait, but are we not going to have another baby by then? What age will they be? We can't leave one and take the other. Like, how does this work? And then, like, it's all this kind of stuff, like, you start thinking about. And that goes the same with, like going to Lego shows and things like that. And it just becomes this whole other thing to think about. But wouldn't change anything, obviously. But yeah.
Yeah. I would like to. I mean, me and Paige haven't really done that much traveling together, but I think when we want to travel like quite quickly, I think, and get our baby used to like being moved around.
Yeah.
Just
like age.
just because,
sort of,
yeah, and I think also because like I say, because we haven't done. I've done a little bit. But yeah, there's so much I want to see. We only plan on having one as well, so that's
that helps.
That helps a lot. Yeah, it's certainly more manageable for 2 people to take one baby than when you're like you start to get outnumbered or at least matched. It's like, well, this is just starting tricky now.
With Aaron, he's like, no, if we have more than 2, then that affects things with cars, like the car.
Yeah.
And then it affects, like, when you go places, it's usually 2 adults, 2 children for admission and all this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So apparently twins run in my family. So obviously I didn't have twins the first time. So he's like, you can't have twins the next time.
Yeah.
This will screw up. Like, okay, I'll try. It's not how it works. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah,
I think you can manage your time as well when you've got 2. Especially with my 2, you know, I feel as though I can manage my time, you know, to give the right amount of time to both of them. I probably wouldn't be able to do that if I had more than 2.
Yeah.
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 With me, it's just like we liked quite the idea of having 2 under 2. That seems to be more of a popular thing actually these days. But to be honest, I probably would have been like, yeah, let's just get pregnant while I'm still on maternity leave. I'll go back, get our 6-month bonus for me returning to work, which is quite nice, because my work does that. And then I'll just go back off again. But the nature of my work, it's kind of like, I can't be pregnant for certain things because I still have career aspirations. I still want to do certain things that involve animals, and I can't be pregnant for that. So for that reason. It's weird, this sort of stuff you work things around, but now it's like work, Lego, travel, like it's just crazy. But it's funny. I finished my build, by the way. Finished that a while ago.
Very nice. How's it looking? Aww.
I didn't realize he was so flat at the back though.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Look, he's just like, where's the rest of him? I thought he would have a little bit of a bum or something, or like like a bit more of a sack to his to his clothes. That's a bad choice of words. And this is this cake.
That's good on the intro. That's good on the intro.
No. What would you call it? What is it he wears? A rag?
Yeah.
This is a saggy rag.
Keep going.
No, I'm actually going really red right now. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Stop here. Look at his big eyes. Yeah.
He's a lot cuter in Lego than he is in the show, in the film.
Especially the new version, like when they did the later films. I think they kind of tried to make him look a bit better, but I didn't think he looked as good. I preferred like Chamber of Secrets Dobby.
Yeah.
No. Please don't put that in the intro.
No, I definitely didn't note down the time code for that one.
That was a total mind fart. Stop it. Bullying. Online bullying. I'll tell YouTube. Oh dear.
You talk about a bloopers reel. It's sort of like, I was thinking before. It's like maybe I just put together like a long form video of some of the jokes and all the sorts of things, bits and pieces.
To be fair, that is definitely one you'd have great retention for, because I would watch that to the end because they were like,
Stream highlights are good. They just like it's just tedious to go through. Like,
yeah.
I think it's a good one to do at the end of the year. You know, like a Christmas special.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! Right, this is the thing I was going to say. When we're talking about like live streams and stuff, I am definitely wanting to do like, I don't know do people do this? You guys will tell me because you've been around longer on YouTube and stuff. But do people do like Halloween specials and Christmas specials? Because I so want to do that. Like that'd be so much fun. Just have like a big online party. But I would be like, everyone has to dress up, or you're not allowed on.
I have dressed up for a Halloween stream once before.
Oh my god!
I'm not sure it would quite be appropriate for your channel, but if you would like me to, pull the costume out of retirement.
Was this Halloween? You said you did it.
Yeah.
What did you wear? You're gonna tell me now. Was it? There's a certain theme, or was it just Halloween?
It was just Halloween. I will find you the clip and I will send it to you. I thought it was on like Brick Hive stream like ages ago. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, maybe this is that's the next thing. Should we do like a kids friendly one?
And then like an after dark one. Yeah.
Boys can come on, and then like an 18+ set. The other side of the YouTube content creator. The child in me and the not so much of a child in me.
I think Brick Hive. Did he make all his streams members only?
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's fine. I'll just make any like controversial stuff or like really bad things that I do members only when I get to that point.
Yeah.
Bonnie Bricks Plus.
Yeah.
That's fine. That just makes me think Disney Plus, so that's fine.
Bonnie Bricks Plus.
To answer the question there, I'm building the Galaxy Explorer, so the remake of the original set. That was one of the things which I picked up on AFOL Day because I think it's retiring at the end of this year. So
is it?
Yeah, like AFOL Day for me was more about trying to get the things which I know that are retiring. So I think it was like that. I picked up the Star Wars 5 Brickheads, because that's only going to be around for that's 9 months or something like that. And I think the Everything is Awesome set too, that's going to be retiring at the end of the year.
Oh, is it? I picked that up on AFOL Day and then I put it back down because Aaron told me just leave it just now because I wanted to do like a mock thing with it. And funnily enough, the Pride Parade was happening that very day in Edinburgh. And I was like, I maybe should pick this up, but I didn't pick it up. But that's a cool one. I'll do that one.
And I think there's, I'm just trying to remember, there's a couple others. Again, they're all, the only one which I picked up which wasn't retiring is the new Maxi Fig, with the builder one.
yeah.
Just because obviously got the pirate one, and I do actually have the Harry Potter ones as well. So, which because I managed to get those, they were on clearance for the longest time, so you get them for like really good prices.
Yeah.
I came across a shop that was still selling them actually. Which one was it? It's like it's a known shop. God, which one was it? It's online somewhere. Oh, I can't remember because I kind of want them in hindsight now because I'm realizing I quite like buildable figures. Like, dang it. But yeah, they're cool.
Well, there's I want to, and I mean, people have already been doing it, particularly with the Star Wars ones. They've been getting a lot of the helmets and then building those bodies for them, like with the Boba Fett or Captain Rex or whatever else. But there's, I do want to do some custom ones, and it's just, as with anything, just trying to get the time for it.
My one problem with those, here I go again, is that like, so they take a realistic helmet that's based on like the actual in-universe thing, and then they put it on a Lego minifigure body. And I don't get, like, some of them look really quite weird.
Have you thought, Tech, of on your doing a stream saying the only problem with this?
10-hour stream.
Ticked off moments.
A whole series of videos. The only problem with this, part 1, 2, 3, 4.
The thing is, he'd have to schedule it, which the way Tech goes, he's like, I feel like doing a stream. Okay, here I am streaming.
Exactly.
It's always funny when you do like the Star Wars like show reviews or whatever, whether it was like Andor or something like that, and it's like, Tech, when are you doing this week's one? It's like, in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, that would be about right.
I just don't like the helmets in that they're not like. When I first heard that they do Star Wars helmets when I started collecting Lego, I was like, "Oh, that's so cool! Like, you can wear it." And Aaron was like, "No, they're not big enough to wear." And I was like, "Huh? What's the point? Like, what?" And then we've obviously got some of them, but I'm like, I want to wear it though. Like, is that not the point? But apparently not.
That would also be like what, like $300, $400, $500 maybe.
Oh yeah, but then I would argue at the time, like, what Lego's that expensive?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's just plastic.
Yeah. I do like the helmet busts. Apparently they're like stopping them though, which would be interesting.
But they're so popular though, really.
Apparently next year. Yeah, I think that apparently there was a rumor. I don't think it's like there's like any real validity to it.
That would surprise me for the I can understand it for like the Marvel ones or the DC/Batman ones, because I think all the DC ones were Batman in the end. I mean, was there one which wasn't?
Venom? Is that no wait? Is Venom
That's
DC
Marvel.
or is that Marvel? Is it?
Yeah.
What's the one that's like Venom but is DC?
Carnage.
Yeah, they did a Carnage one.
Yeah.
But did they didn't do a Joker one, did they? Or a Harley Quinn one?
No.
Again,
an
obvious thing to have done.
Right?
Yeah, they did the what was it? The cow and I'm just trying to remember. Yeah,
the black one and the blue one, right?
Yeah. That's what we've got over there.
Yeah, and then the Venom, Carnage, Iron Man. I can't remember the other ones. I can't even remember the other ones.
When you've had the Star-Lord pencil holder one.
Oh yeah.
Why did they pick up pencil holder? It's so random.
Yeah, that's so weird.
They haven't done a Spider-Man. I mean, the announcement or the announcement during the week was the Spider-Man sort of like 2.5D art one. Which that looks interesting. I mean, what do you guys think of that?
It's not something I'd buy ever, but I like it. I like the like comic book style. I think the way they've done some of the studs is very much like it took me straight to the that very like classic comic book style that's like almost some of it's like dotted. I can't think of what some of the artwork for the for some of the old magazines, I feel like were like almost like dot work colored in, and it took me back to that. That looks great, Trevor. By the way.
It looks like it's ready to fall. Oh. That does look cracking.
I'm gonna get the pink version now.
I know.
The
I didn't want to get the pink
one.
one.
The exotic one. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a nice build.
I'm just waiting for you to glitch into the other model. It hasn't happened yet.
I really just want to mock,
Across.
like get the instructions for the parrot build, and then get loads of red pieces and see if I can do like a chubbier version in red, and be like, "This is Iago."
Yes, that would be cool.
See, every build, I'm like, how can I turn it to Disney?
That's the mock. Yeah, that's the sort of content I'd like to see. Just make
Okay.
everything Disney.
Yeah. It's Disney mocks I want to do. Like, I just, I'm like, my mind is pouring with ideas, and I just need to like, I'd love to do like the Bowser builds that they did.
Yeah.
That actually, like, when you place it down and stuff, it like moves like in place and things. Like, I feel like there must be a way to adapt the kind of technical side of that build to do it like a Simba.
Did you see the leak Simba?
Yes.
Yeah. Where is it though? Where is it?
I think it's coming. I maybe
Next
wouldn't
year.
put all your effort into mocking that.
No, I mean
because
that's not at the
would
top of my
come.
list.
Yeah.
And then you know how Lego did a Disney 100 like build challenge thing? I can't remember what they're actually called. It's like on their website, and they invite people to like submit things. I didn't get very far with that. I had like so many ideas. I had a notepad and they're all written down. I was like, right, what one do I want to do? And I didn't get very far with it, like trying to do it on the Bricklink software. But basically, I want to try and do like, you know, oh my God, I'm so bad at this. Like, you know, the Mickey Mini big buildable figures here. I wanted to basically use the Mickey one to change it up and make it a Pinocchio.
Oh, cool.
Because I think that would like work really, really well.
Yeah.
Because like he would have shorts basically like the same but a different color. Just change the color of the shoes, and then just work the rest. I think it would be so doable. And I was like, working in my head what pieces I would use and stuff. But yeah, I need to get around to doing that. And maybe because I'm one of these people like that I can't really come up with designs using software and things like that. Like I need to physically have the bricks and work it out that way.
Although I would suggest for something like that, where you're using a set as a basis, I would suggest building Mickey in Studio, like because it is a really useful tool if you can get like some experience in it. Yeah, I find that just playing about with like small parts of a build can be like really useful. So maybe if you built Mickey in Studio, then you could at least do all the color swap part. Yeah, that's like super easy. The things that are staying exactly the same, and then you like with things that you actually want to change, you could start doing in like physical bricks, and then I'll
probably just have to chop his head off pretty much, and then just change that sort of thing. But like, actually, that seems like such a more obvious idea to do it that way. But does the Studio have the capacity to do like if you enter the number of a set, does it generate it for you, or do you literally
it doesn't generate the build? There are a few websites that like some people have listed stuff. You can get just the parts list though. You can import just the parts list for that set, so you're not scrolling through like every single piece.
Right. That's something at least.
So which is something.
Yeah.
But even that's cool.
No, you just need to get the new Technic crane that's coming out that's going to cost an arm and a leg and put that next to it.
It looks so cool though, right?
That's really good.
Because that's one of the things I talk about in the video that's coming up soon is the shelf that looks as though the house is being raised off the floor.
Yeah, that's cool.
And the background gives that impression of those much needed balloons.
Yeah, like it looks, they've like done that so well around the balloons. Picker Bricks is here, Matt.
I'm pretty sure she's not in the green room.
Oh, it looks
Yeah,
cool.
really impressed with this. Really.
I probably would have been tempted to buy that case actually if I hadn't modded mine. It's really
That
nice.
does look really good.
Love it.
So yeah, look out for a video soon. Sorry, Matt, we're not even at the end of the stream, are we? I just wanted to show it, yeah.
I didn't say it. It was somebody else's time.
Harry, it's better than your other nickname. Be thankful.
Yes. So nice to see you along, Kerry. Yeah, if you get a chance, you might just want to check out the tweaked intro. You might like it. The good bit, the parts that you like, Trevor did, and the parts you don't like is me. So we'll just leave it at that. And then I'm glad we got confirmation not in the green room, because I'm just looking. It's like, I'm pretty sure you're not. But I'm sure if you're sitting there going, yeah, let me in, I'd be doing my head in anyhow. So no, it's just interesting. Somebody should mention the crane, because that's I mean, anybody. Start off this way: would anybody actually buy it?
Not at the current price. It would have to be heavily discounted for me to even consider it, and it would only be so I could put it next to the outpost.
I mean, like, what's the retail of it? Like £700 or something, isn't it?
I think it's £600, $700.
Okay. I would have to, like, I would even struggle to see it for 200 and like be like, oh yeah, like maybe at that point I would get it and flip it, but like, I don't even know what the buying price for something like that would be for me to sit and actually want to then build it. It would be a fantastic experience, and it's gonna be like, for people that are into technique. I was really interested to get your opinion on it, Matt. The experience of building that's a set that I would like really enjoy building, or like really enjoy having a go at building. I would just be like, what do I do with that after? Like, how you go pick up a few things around the living room, and then it's like, well, that was that's a fun over. Like, but I would like to have a little play about with it. I think that would be, maybe if they have it set up in the Lego store or something.
Yeah, that would be a cool one to see built in the store, to be fair, and see how it works. Because I'm assuming it like spins around and like the crane part works, but I'm assuming it doesn't like actually, unless someone like modded it, you can like robotically actually move it, like what you're saying about using it around the living room or something. Help pick up small things before baby gets them.
But they've like counterweighted it, haven't they? So you can, I think the load capacity that you can pick up is like quite decent on it. So
I think that's why it costs so much, because they've actually gone into these counterweights. Yeah, they do weigh, they are pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So I think that's why the cost, it keeps increasing for it. And I don't know whether you can control it with an app anyway, can you?
I think it is.
Yeah, you can control it with an app.
Oh, is it? That's cool.
So yeah, it's fully remote control and everything. So, but yeah, it's sort of like because I was having to think about it the other day, and it's sort of like, of the sort of top 10 Technic sets by piece count, I think I've got about 8 of them. I don't have the most recent bulldozer. Sorry?
You have to get it then. And the bulldozer.
Well, no, because I tapped out around the bulldozer, because it was just like the Control Plus aspect of it I just cannot stand. And they've had 5 years and they still can't get the thing right and whatever else. So, but the problem with the crane is, part of the reasons that it's been kicking around for quite a while, and they've delayed it. And part of it is because they're having stability issues. Because if you look at it relative to the actual crane that they're copying, the top half of it's missing. Like, the booms are actually meant to be twice as long.
Right.
And that's why they've had the stability issues. So to get around it, what they've done is they've basically reduced the arms down. So it's not even accurate to the original source.
Right.
And then, even then, at like £600, like it's hard to get there. Like, okay, you're going to have some crazy Technic people who are going to buy it no matter what. I mean, you're going to get that with everything. But as somebody who's really into it, I'm still looking and going, you know what? I'd rather get a Razor Crest first. I'd rather get a, you know, some of the UCS things and things like that. So I'm kind of just left wondering who this set, beyond your core hardcore Technic people, is actually for. Because it's the price, like it's 2,800 pieces, and it's just it's a crazy price, and it's not like
you will have crane enthusiasts out there.
Yeah, I mean, but they've done cranes. I'm just looking at a couple which they've got, which have been like the old red one, which
they're tall cranes. The way you're looking up there,
yeah.
So you're going to need that new crane to get them down.
Just wait for them to release the set and just part it out on Rebrickable and see if it works out cheaper.
It's the way he's looking up to the ceiling. I've got a few up there.
Oh, there comes the ball. No.
Yeah.
So, but it was like, I think it's a bit over 200 pounds. It's still 4,000 odd pieces and things like that. Yeah, it just becomes one of those things where it becomes an easy pass. It's sort of like, okay, I'm not going to worry about it. There's too many other things competing for it. But I think it's a real shame with Technic, because they're pricing these things ridiculously for what they are, and I don't think it's just turning people off. Because there's a discussion that we're having about a group of us doing, not next year, the actual year after, like a great ball contraption and things like that. And the challenge that we're actually having is nobody wants to use the current lot of motors, so you've got to go to the old ones, but they're ridiculously expensive. So it's like, well, are we going to start using third-party ones? But it's at a Lego show. Like, can we actually get away with doing that sort of thing? So they're really not doing any favors to the current fan base. They're actually turning a lot of people off. So not sure where that's all going to end up, but yeah. I mean, the other one which came out, which will be curious as to people's opinion, is, I can't even say it correctly, the Jaime Castle, I think it is, the Japanese one. What are our thoughts on that?
I like it. Yeah, I think it'd be interesting set. Yeah, I collect architecture anyway. I've done that's what got me back into Lego, which is building the smaller Big Ben. So I love architecture, and I've got nearly all of them, I'd say.
Nice.
So it's a definite one for me. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that I can appreciate, but it's not going to be one that I pick up. There's going to be too many things ahead of it, I think.
Yeah, for me too. Like, I actually only really kind of got a good look at it today. So I was looking through like what was coming out when we were talking about July releases. Yeah. And I'm in very like kind of Japanesey mind space right now, because I'm reading like a really good book, like this like Japanese author. It's very like Monoko or Howl's Moving Castle. It's kind of that idea. So I'm very into that mindset right now. So when I saw them, I was like, oh, they look so good. But for £140, like Tech says, there's other stuff like first in the running before we consider that. And because it's an architecture set as well, and it's not obviously then minifig scale or anything like that. It's not. I'm very much more drawn to minifig scale stuff. But then there's the Tranquil Garden, which is a little bit cheaper. But for the piece count, I think that's a bit for the cost of that one. But I'm excited that they're going to bring out Japanese stuff, though.
I like the Hogwarts Castle as well. That's going to be coming out.
Oh yeah,
that looks good. Yeah, that looks nice.
Nice display piece.
Yeah. Yeah, I think August 1st is going to be another challenging day.
I think September 1st is worse for me.
Oh, you'll need to remind me again. I've just looked at the website, but
what's September 1st?
Ahsoka's ship, the Ghost, another Ahsoka show set, and the gunship. Potentially the Venator, but I think that'll probably be closer to Black Friday.
Yeah, no, I think the Venator is the Black Friday one.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's something then.
I
Oh yeah,
believe
and then
it.
all the Harry Potter's sets of that day as well. Gringotts is 1st of September. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy weekend.
And then Hogwarts, Gringotts,
Mhm.
and Gringotts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like as I said, I don't collect Harry Potter, but Gringotts,
Yeah.
Gringotts, I think is a must for like our growing city. I think that would be like so cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think we're starting to hit up against 3 hours, so might just do a quick little run around what we've been building, what's coming up on the different channels and everything like that. And I think we'll kick off with tech. How did you get on with your sorting or your mock? Did you manage to pull a lot of it apart so you can restart?
I did. You know what, Matt? Just for you. So all of those white plates were tan plates, but I've decided that I ripped them up just for you, just so I could pull some of the mock up. No, I was like, I was gonna cover it in tan plates, and then I was like, actually, I need to do a whole layer of like tan plate / tile anyway, so there's no point that being tan underneath. And so I save those for elsewhere on the mock. Done a reasonable bit of tidying, probably not enough. I was very engaged in the conversation tonight, which is fun and much more enjoyable than sorting anyway. But yeah, we'll get back to that soon. What's coming up from me? What is coming up from me? Like I said, my channel members have gone live. I posted a vlog up on there. There'll be another vlog on the channel members this weekend. I'd like to get a long form video out at some point this weekend too. And then on Saturday, sort of like late afternoon, early evening, I am going to be going through my lug bulk purchase. The parcels came yesterday. And so, yeah, I'm going to be opening them up on stream because it was so long ago since I ordered them. I don't even know what's in there. So yeah, that was quite a fun stream I did last year. So yeah, I'm going to do that on some point in the evening on Saturday.
Excellent. No, it's I think this is when we start getting a little bit of jealousy between the lugs because you guys are obviously getting your stuff and we don't even have a clue if ours are on the way yet. So,
oh, really?
I think the same thing happened last year. So usually they sort of have a bit of a have a sort fest in August so we can kind of get them, but so like we still haven't even heard about when it's coming. So anyhow, it's I'd be curious to see what you do end up with and just what other the different pieces that you've selected.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, excellent. Who should we go to next? I think we'll go across to Bonnie. What did you manage to get up to this evening, and what's coming up on your channel?
So I already showed you, but I finished Dobby. It's been like on my list of builds to do for a while, so he'll go next to all my other buildable figures if there's space. Otherwise, I might have to go into storage in the sock drawer. But yeah, happy with him. He's a really nice size. So that was a nice. I actually got that one. It was only 3 bags in that set. I didn't realize there was hardly any bags, but it's a good one, a good quick one to do in a stream. I managed to get it done halfway through the stream. On my channel, everyone might have seen that I've actually been doing a lot of reviews for non-Lego building block companies. I've got another one that'll be coming out tomorrow, which I actually really, really loved. I actually think it's awesome. So that's quite good because people are appreciating seeing comparisons to Lego for other companies to potentially buy from. So that'll be coming out tomorrow. And then, of course, Saturday is release day. You've all confused me to no end on what I am now doing. I thought I knew what I was doing for release day, and now I don't know. So, but I'll definitely do a vlog for that, even if traffic is bad and I'm in a bad mood. I'll make sure I do one. And then Sunday, of course, I'm doing my first live stream, first episode of the new series of weekly streams. And yes, Matt, you have now confirmed that you'll be joining, and so has Trevor. Tech, I would invite you, but I don't know how to contact you
I
So-
thought I changed this on. I will message you after the stream, so then the message should be set up. I don't know
Okay.
why that's the thing. I thought I had fixed that because there was like a privacy setting thing that I've.
Yeah, I thought you'd blocked me or something.
No,
I was like,
I haven't.
But
that's
yes,
fine,
that'll be
but yeah.
Sunday, 7:30 p.m. UK time, which I think works out 3:30 EST. Unfortunately, I am aware that does clash with some other live streams, but I literally decided on a Sunday based on the poll that I put out on my channel and what my subbies preferred. So I really hope that everyone comes along for that. So yeah, you can hit the notify button on that now, and I'll remind you to come along for the stream.
Perfect.
Excellent. Yeah, no, so it should be good. Yeah, 7:30 Sunday over on your channel for your streams and kicking off. That'll be great to have that there, and be nice to come along and not have all these glitches on my side at least, or maybe I'll just disappear anyhow. So
Hopefully.
I have to think of how I can wind up Trevor somehow.
I'll just make like a little video
speaking-
clip thing and like a glitch one, like based on a glitch thing. Every time you glitch, I'll just play it.
Cool. Excellent. And yeah, definitely saw the non-building or the non-Lego review that you did early in the week, the Astro Boy one, I think it was, and that looked pretty cool, and sort of like the two halves and everything like that. So much the same. I enjoy seeing what other companies can come up with, which, you know, either Lego isn't going to get around to, never will do, or, you know, it might be off in the never sometimes. So, and little things like that, which I think we've had in the past, like a half and half on Lego ideas, but it's never sort of ever gotten to the final approval stage. So yeah, definitely one to check out. And yeah, it seemed to be a little bit different and quirky on some of the building aspect.
Yeah, no, it was definitely cool. And I mean, it's one of those ones that I don't feel guilty about displaying it at my window. I'm not really bothered if it gets a little bit sun damaged, to be honest, at this point. Because I think it looks cool anyway, and it'll add to the anime look of him. I think I'm very in a Japanese mood these days. Like, I'm loving it. I want sushi now. But yeah, but I'm really looking forward to showing everyone the next one, because honestly, the details that they put in it looks so good. Like, I want to actually incorporate into my Lego city one day. Like, I think it's.
Can I just ask? Has poor Aaron gone to not using a knife and fork but chopsticks now? Then.
Not quite. Although anytime we do go out for Japanese, he is like very like, I am almost Japanese. I'm going to use chopsticks. And when he sees me trying to attempt it, he's just like. No.
You just die of hunger using them things.
Well, I just stab things with them and eat it that way. Just do it that way.
Claire took us to a sushi like a sushi bar place in San Francisco, and I'm not great with chopsticks at all. I asked for a fork, and the look of disgust that I got from this
you get thrown out.
waitress, like.
It's when they just assume that you won't be able to use them, so they just give you a fork, and then they give the Japanese people like chopsticks and stuff. Here's an idea for a stream. Let's do a build using chopsticks.
Yeah, that would be fun. Like a little poly bag or something.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so funny. I'll do a poll, and if people vote yes, then we'll have to do it.
That's good. Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, Tech almost slipped by. There was you were asking about theme streams and everything like that. Tech has this really interesting way of like doing a Christmas stream, I think was one, and maybe it was the Halloween stream as well. I've heard legendary things about that one.
I was sad to see Doc leave the community. However, he did delete his channel with a lot of like incriminating evidence on, which I am quite thankful for. Yeah, there's been a few tipsy Christmas drunk streams. They were good.
So that's the thing. I don't feel like you can do that with Lego, because it's in their like moral ethics thing that you don't promote alcohol abuse.
Yeah.
And I suppose getting tipsy to them would be like. So that's why like I mean, this was Coca-Cola tonight, but that's why.
Yeah.
And I'm also just really anal about flies, and I don't want flies like flying into my flies everywhere just now. That's why I put everything in a cup. So you don't know what I'm drinking. It could be whiskey. It could be gin. You'll never know.
There you go.
Yeah.
So anyhow, we'll just segue away from that because I know that's not Tech's favorite subject of times. And Trevor, what if just remind us again what you finished up with this evening and what's coming up on your...
Are you punning that by like meaning to, or are you just keep saying up?
I built this. I built this. I built this. A big shout out to the replay gang. Actually, if you've made it this far, just type in the comments the word glitch, and then we'll know you've watched it all. Yeah, it's a cool little parrot there.
Just looks so like it's ready to fall off. Is it quite sturdy, Trevor?
If I built it right, it seems okay.
I'll see if that fell apart. That would be so funny.
Yeah, that would be jokes.
They already have the bases come off now. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. So yeah. In terms of the channel, I'm still working on a stop motion, so please bear with me on that one. It's a slow process. So in the meantime, this week I produced a video about my experience with an exclusive display case from Wicked Brick, and just giving my views on it and the differences between their standard cases and their exclusive cases. So look out for that this weekend. And I've been very kindly invited on to Bonnie Bricks' first live stream of a new chapter in their channel, so I'm looking forward to that. So please join us on Sunday 7:30 on Bonnie Bricks' channel for a lot of fun, laughter, and good building. Looking forward to it. That's all from me. Good night.
Newsreader music.
Yeah.
I'd be very interested to see your review on that, because certainly with the Wicker Bricks previously, I mean, I've only thought of them as sort of like the plastic cases and displays and things like that. But if they're doing these sorts of things with like the way that they've got that background in there, like integrating it, that looks really, really nice. And it's like something else I don't need to want to get into to spend money on.
You don't want to be getting into the display case. This is my fifth one, my fifth display case. Now it's never ending because they've started doing for anything really, even display cases that are bespoke to what you need. It's just never ending. Where do we end?
I've been looking at bigger cases for so long, but I'm like, it's But when you look at a set such as the Up House on its own and not displayed like this, I thought when I put this in the case, I thought, wow, it really does set it off. Yeah,
it really does.
Yeah, it really does for that one. Like that's
I like that one a lot.
I think some cases there's no real need for them. It doesn't really elevate. It doesn't really take it to that enhancement that you'd expect from a display case. It's just a way of keeping the dust down. But something like this and sort of elevates it from the floor and creates more of the balloons. I think it really works. And for the money that I paid for it, I'm very happy with it. But hopefully you like the video. If not, they can always. I've never had one of those dislike thumbs, but you can always drop one. So it's always a first.
It's all engagement. It counts.
Engagement, yeah. It's you sometimes get some thumbs down, and you're sort of like, okay, whatever. I don't even know why. Is it like, were you having a bad day, or was it really that bad? I didn't think it was that controversial.
I think I've just got a troll because I get them like when someone's obviously not had enough time to watch the whole video because it's like shortly after I upload it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all engagement. It has more benefit than it does negative to your channel. So
if that's the case, Tech, should we not see these old video footage of you that you're talking about that's been deleted off?
I don't have. So one of them was on Brick Hive stream, and he's made all his streams now members only. And then Doc had like screen recorded it and then uploaded it on his channel, but he's like deleted all his content. So I would actually really struggle. And then the streams that I did, I think I deleted There's the one that you're thinking of, Matt, that was actually on Christmas Day. I've definitely deleted. That was horrendous.
Oh my god! I see what this is now.
I think maybe the one that we did where we built Grogu, that might be privated on Tech Productions.
I mean, how can building Grogu be inappropriate? Like,
well, we did building and boozing.
Okay.
And so for every bag we built, we'd have to finish our drink by the end of the bag.
So you made it like a drinking game. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I
then
was
we
thinking more
also-
like making a child.
Oh yeah, no. And then we had like a couple of friends come on, and then we were like, each round we were like, ban a word that we couldn't say, and then like every time you said the word, you'd have to take a drink, and it got quite ropey quite quickly. I'll be honest. Yeah.
That's a Twitch thing. I think if people,
it's definitely it was definitely a Twitch thing. Absolutely. To think that I had Emmasaurus on that stream, who is like super family friendly, and there's me like blackout, almost blackout drunk on stream was quite the feat. Quite good to
And to think these could be now exclusive videos for your members only.
yeah. Maybe if I hit like 25 members, then I'll re-upload them to the members.
Right. When I start getting paid again, I might have to join. Because right now I just can't pay for it. That's so fun.
So anyhow, just where for me, just sort of wrapping things up. I've been building the Galaxy Explorer, the remake one, and gotten at least through the base. Actually built something tonight. So the thing I found really interesting with this is the initial bag was basically a big Technic frame, which that's having done the original space things, or at least close to it. This is one which I did kind of do too much on camera, but this is an older one.
Cool.
So that's all part of a giant mock we're working on for next year. So it was just really interesting. The old ones are obviously all brick built, and then this one starts off with a Technic frame. And I didn't even realize the cool little thing they're doing with this is, apart from the gray, the only colors that they're using in this is the colors which were available at the time, which is why you're seeing a lot of reds and yellows and things in there. So I thought that was a neat little nod. In terms of my channel, Saturday, if I get everything together, it'll be the usual top 10 or top 5 most expensive sets for 2010, I think we're up to. Sunday, be on with Bonnie's Bricks at 7:30 on her channel. So it'd be nice to be on a stream which isn't glitching, hopefully. And yeah, otherwise, as usual, back to here next Thursday for another stream number 22, I think we'll be up to in this current series. So just rounding things out here, the usual sort of thing: like, share, subscribe, press the fun buttons all the way around. Thanks to the people who were out there tonight in the chat. We had Omega Man, Brett's Builds, Minifig Who, Ian Brickbod, Jake Eric, Monarch, Ben's Bricks Design, Bossman, Mutant, Kane. I can't even read one. Is it Kane Hood? Yep, Kane Hood, Brick Askew. I'm gonna butcher this Dutch name. Savakeg. And I'll make sure I get this one right. Brick a Pix. And I think I got everyone there. I don't think there's anybody else had anything desperate that they wanted to plug, promote before we get out of here.
Just be safe in the sun.
I've started posting on. I've posted a TikTok, and I'm going to start posting on TikTok. You can follow me at TechTalk.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, that was a nice bit of clever branding there. I really like that one. So yeah, go follow Tech on I almost said tech talk, but
Yeah.
tech talk.
Gonna be a tongue twister.
Tech talk, Rick talk, you talk, I talk. Everybody talk.
I'll get the app renamed after me one day.
Another
You're
10
gonna
years, it'll be
rephrase
tech.
Kesha.
10 years' time, it'll be tech talk.
Cool. All right, then. Thanks, everyone, for being around. And we will see you hopefully Sunday with Bonnie and back here next Thursday, same time. Have a good one. And we'll see you later. Bye.
Messed up, Livre a super duper.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.